The boy never expected that activating an ordinary hand bone would attract both a Reaper and an Angel at the same time. The two sides even fought a sky-shaking battle just to recruit him. The Reaper promised to make him a Death Archmage, with all his stats instantly maxed out, while the Angel promised to grant him the title of Temple Mage. Faced with such tempting offers, the boy, Sumu, still rejected the Reaper outright. It turns out this is a world where a game has merged with reality, causing dungeon monsters to descend on a blue star. Led by the Reaper, evil beings appeared and slaughtered countless lives, and humanity had no power to fight back. Even someone as weak as Sumu never backed down before the Reaper, and his ending was being cut in half by the Reaper's scythe. He was unwilling to accept it. At that moment, the Creator granted him rebirth. In the next instant, Sumu suddenly stood up in a classroom, shouting, "I'm not willing." All the students immediately turned their eyes toward him. The teacher erupted in anger. "Sumu, what kind of fit are you throwing? With your grades, you think you can take the college entrance exam? What do you have to be unwilling about? Sit down and stop disrupting the exam." Sumu froze. He wasn't dead. Just then, the broadcast played. 5 minutes until the exam begins. "Students, please prepare." The exam? Had he returned to the day Apocalypse Online launched 10 years ago? Looking at the ring in his hand, he realized he had even brought back the Apocalypse game ring. Since the ring was the medium to enter the game, could he enter early? Seeing him ignore her words, the teacher grabbed his collar in rage. "You worthless trash. Sumu, I'm talking to you. Are you deaf or stupid? Believe it or not, I'll throw you out right now." Sumu replied coldly, "Trash this. Get out that. Someone like you deserves respect. I remember when the apocalypse came, you sold out your students and ran like a coward." He tossed out one last line and turned away. To hell with the exam. I'm going to play Apocalypse Online. That idiot will soon understand what apocalypse really means. His classmates watched his back, thinking he looked insanely cool. Sumu clearly remembered that apocalypse would soon infiltrate every industry. By then, in-game currency would equal real-world money. A single weapon could be traded for a luxury car. Some nations even conducted certain transactions through Apocalypse Online. Some people became rich overnight through the game, while others fell into endless ruin. But behind all these opportunities and dangers was an even harsher truth: the game's invasion. War swept across the entire world, civilization collapsed, and humanity nearly went extinct. Yet people never gave up hope. They united and fought for survival, until the very last person fell. At least, Sumu was given a chance to start over. Even though the game hadn't officially launched, Sumu felt he could try entering early. Maybe he could change the gears of fate. The moment he turned the ring, a burst of brilliant light exploded outward. His body began to disperse into particles, and he was pulled into countless streams of code. The game's guide was an elderly man with white hair and a white beard, very different from the usual sexy lady NPCs in other games. But Sumu didn't care. He never expected he would actually log in successfully. The old man then presented 5 professions for him to choose from. Sumu had already decided he wanted to be a warlock, and later switched to a versatile hybrid class. Never again would he choose the money-burning mage. The next moment, a system prompt appeared: command error, unable to change profession. Sumu was stunned. What the hell? He hadn't even chosen a profession yet. The old man suggested he check his attribute panel first. Sumu took one look and froze. Seriously? He still had his previous life's account after rebirth? Even worse, all his levels and stats had been reset. Sumu demanded whether the old man had messed with it. Do you know how hard a mage is to level? It's a money pit without a bottom. The old man immediately fled. Still hoping for a miracle, Sumu checked the inventory to see if any gear or supplies remained. It was completely empty. None of his gold, equipment, or items carried over. What kind of useless rebirth was this? Suddenly, he noticed a finger bone. Reaper's finger bone. When you gaze into the abyss gazes back at you. This bone was pathetic, basically a no-brand junk item. Where was his rebirth benefit? Ding! Congratulations to Wood God for becoming the first player of Apocalypse Online. You have obtained the exclusive first player title, the fastest man, and received the beginner mage set. Sumu yelled, "The hell? The fastest man? Who are you looking down on? You think I'll wear this title?" But the next second, he instantly changed his attitude. The stats were way too good. Movement speed and cast speed plus 20%, dodge and defense plus 5%. He rushed off to pick a fight with some boars. He cast a small fireball, but the damage was embarrassingly low. Looks like being a top player too long made him forget himself. He immediately ran. Hey, don't be mad. The Olmi could wipe you all with one instant cast, you hear me? Suddenly, a desperate cry for help echoed. A massive boar was chasing a young lady. She was in a miserable state. Her clothing barely covered anything. The system, with perfect timing, issued a rescue the beauty quest. Reward 20 gold and 500 EXP. Sumu felt blessed by pure luck, triggering such a rare hidden quest. He opened his arms, ready to catch the girl dramatically. But the next second, he slapped her across the face with a huge backhand. Not only was the girl stunned, even the Boar King froze at this bizarre move. "Hero, why did you hit me?" Sumu jumped in. "You were just picking mushrooms, ran into the Boar King, and got chased, right?" "How did you know, Hero?" Sumu puffed up proudly. "I know plenty. Like how you put frogs in Old Wong's water tank when you were a kid. And today, you're not wearing underwear. I also know you're faking the damsel act to lure me." And then, suddenly, red threads wrapped around the girl's entire body. "You know too much." She let out a chilling laugh. "You dare peek into my mind." "The human." Sumu teleported behind the Boar King and teased, "Pig bro, you two have fun first." Before the Boar King reacted, the girl charged forward. "Get out of my way." Hearing that, the Boar King erupted in rage. Did he have no dignity? It roared and charged at her. But before it could even touch her clothes, it was sliced into cubes. "Now it's your turn." Sumu quickly said, "Wait. You're exposed." The line immediately froze her. Sumu used the chance to cast a big fireball. Caught off guard, the girl was burned, and her already torn clothes fell apart even more. "You damned, filthy, disgusting human. How dare you trick me?" Sumu's troll nature kicked in, and he threw another fireball at her. Just like that, the girl chased Sumu wildly through the forest. He remembered a guide from his previous life. The girl would freeze if she stepped more than 10 meters outside the forest. And right now, he was standing just a little more than 10 meters beyond the forest line. He curled his finger provocatively. "Come hit me if you got the guts." The girl didn't suspect anything and reached out to grab him. But something strange happened. Just a few centimeters away from Sumu, her hand stopped as if pulled back by an invisible force. No matter how hard she struggled, she couldn't move forward at all. She had no idea why. But Sumu was a certified troll. He immediately cast Falling Flames. The girl became a perfect living target. As the red threads faded from her body, the girl, Xiaohua, collapsed unconscious. The system notified him. "You have slain corrupted Xiaohua. Reward, 500 gold, 1,500 EXP. Hero saves beauty quest completed. Reward, 200 gold, 500 EXP. Hidden Xiaohua quest completed. Reward, 1,000 gold, 10,000 EXP. His level rose to it. Seemed Xiaohua really was a walking lucky charm. He was just about to check what loot Xiaohua had dropped when the system notified him. The Reaper's finger bone had leveled up, but it was still in an unactivated state. To activate it, he needed 3 materials: Essence of the Divine Tree, 3,000 mummy bandages, and 3,000 units of dried blood. Sumu was speechless. Seriously? This many materials just to activate one item? He didn't bother thinking too much. He would just gather them slowly. He helped Xiaohua up. To thank him for saving her life, Xiaohua gifted him a Heavenfire staff and a hairpin. One look, and Sumu could tell the Heavenfire staff was purple grade. He'd get it appraised in the starter village. This hidden quest was insanely worth it. Then the system issued a quest: escort Xiaohua back to the village. Sumu accepted without hesitation. The moment he carried Xiaohua on his back, he instantly transformed into Pig Bro, That soft, bouncy feeling was heavenly. The weather was still the same, familiar weather. Soon, he arrived at the starter village, bustling with life. "Grandpa, I'm back." To his surprise, Xiaohua was actually the village chief's granddaughter. Xiaohua told her grandpa that if not for Sun Mu, she would never have made it back. "Thank you, brave warrior. Allow me to introduce my..." Before the old man finished, Sun Mu cut him off. "Stop. Put the sunflower seeds away. Skip the small talk and give me the quest." If he didn't rush the old man, that geezer would keep cracking sunflower seeds and rambling nonsense forever. No one could endure that. The village chief said that traces of demonic energy still lingered in Xiaohua's body, and she needed the blood of a corrupted zombie to cleanse it completely. After accepting the quest, Sun Mu left immediately. He first went to a potion shop. A mage going out to fight obviously needed supplies, unless he wanted to die miserably. The shop owner was a sexy big sis type. "Oh, little brother, you're here." Sun Mu felt his knees getting weak and quickly said he needed 28 small mana potions. Each potion cost 50 gold, so he paid 1,200 gold instantly. Now he fully understood. Mages were money burners. Suddenly a sweet fragrance moved past him. "Little brother, only buying mana potions? Not buying big sis? I'm in a good mood today, can give you half off." Sun Mu shivered. "Nope, no need. Absolutely no need. Hell no." He couldn't afford to offend that blacksmith whose brain consisted entirely of muscles. Right then the blacksmith barked, "You brat. What are you mumbling about?" Sun Mu rushed to explain, "Nothing. I was saying you're strong and mighty, blacksmith bro. Give me an appraisal card. And may you and the potion lady live happily ever after." Sun Mu then hid in a quiet corner. Appraisal was even more exciting than gambling on raw stones in real life. Later on, there would even be players who specialized in this. He decided to gamble using the blacksmith's 10 years of single life as his luck boost. Time to hope for a great item. Appraisal success. It was purple grade. It even had insane crit burst and mana regen effects. Huge profit. Sun Mu immediately walked away with the Ion on anything swagger, humming a little tune. In a zombie zone, falling flames kept cremating zombies for free. Sun Mu didn't expect the 10% proc rate of falling flames to explode like crazy in his hands. Was it the Reaper's finger bone making him lucky? Or was he just too damn handsome? He quickly collected all 6,000 units of dry blood. The game was about to officially launch. The thought alone was exhilarating. Soon hundreds of players would fight over a single zombie. That chaos would be priceless. Noon arrived. Everyone began turning their rings. Not long after, rumors spread through the starter village about people touching the potion lady's thighs, and lots of players even had their EXP cut into negative numbers by the blacksmith. Soon, someone shouted in the world chat, "Didn't see a single zombie, but damn, there's a whole sea of fire." Meanwhile, Sun Mu had already set up a stall, ready to sell his items. As for the people flaming him in world chat, let them wait an hour and a half. When the monsters respawn, they'll shut up on their own. He calculated roughly. The items in his hand were worth at least 30,000 gold. That was basically a 30k hourly wage, way better than any real-life job. Looking closely, this troll was already level talk about blasting off from the starting line. He began shouting, "Items overpriced, but beautiful. Come take a look, don't miss it." Players mocked him. "Look at that idiot. Not grinding mobs, just setting up a stall. Selling what air? Would God? More like what crazy." Sun Mu just smirked. Big bro here was hiding his level. Suddenly, a pair of long, gorgeous legs appeared in front of him. The girl spoke coldly. "Items overpriced and not even good?" Sun Mu was stunned. It was Tingxue Wanner. Her appearance instantly caused a wave of drooling. "Those legs are insane. With that goddess face, I'd trade this guy's next 100 years just to have her as my girlfriend." Tingxue Wanner was one of the future top 10 warlocks, and the supreme commander of District 1 after the apocalypse descended. Her guild, Tingxue Cottage, even had official backing. And since early apocalypse didn't allow appearance editing, her in-game looks being this perfect meant she looked like this in real life too. Sun Mu didn't expect to meet this goddess here. She even looked a bit cute. Was this the joy of raising a heroine character? Tingxue Wanner snorted, "Humph, men are all the same." Shouting like that, "Let me see what trash you're selling." But the moment she saw his stall, she froze inside. So many items and zombie blood this early? The zombie zone was chaos. People were fighting over every spawn. "How'd you get all this?" Sumu asked, "So, pretty miss, what do you want to buy?" Tingxue Wanner replied straightforwardly, "How much for everything?" Sumu looked at her beauty and said, "Total is 54. I'll round it up to 55,000 for you." Tingxue Wanner was stunned. Everyone else gives a discount for a bundle. This guy raises the price? Sumu chuckled shamelessly. "If you think it's expensive, there's a discount method. Let me touch your leg, and I'll give you 20% off." Tingxue Wanner blushed with fury and yelled, "Pervert! Shameless!" Sumu, knowing she'd probably buy anyway, said casually, "Don't want to? Fine. I offered. Miss it now, there won't be another chance." Tingxue Wanner wasn't stupid. She could clearly see Sumu was trying to scam her. Even though Tingxue Cottage wasn't short on money, she didn't want to be a sucker. Just then, a voice shouted from afar, "I'll pay 100. I'm buying everything." Sumu looked up. Another familiar face. It was that bastard Mad God of War. Sumu instantly felt annoyed. That guy had tormented him endlessly in his previous life. Relying on his guild leader status in Madman Guild and being top 10 on the warrior leaderboard, he robbed bosses, killed players, and acted like a tyrant. Sumu had been killed and looted by him multiple times, equipment gone, level gap widening. But in this life? Just wait, bastard. Tingxue Wanner snapped. "Mad God of War, what's your problem? I already negotiated with the stall owner." Mad God of War smirked. "Little sister, if the deal isn't done, it doesn't count. Higher bidder wins. That's normal." He did think she was pretty, but competing with him for gear? No way. Hearing that, Tingxue Wanner immediately offered 150. Mad God of War arrogantly shouted, 200,000. "Hurry up and trade." Sumu happily watched the drama. Players like Tingxue and Mad God, who came prepared, were willing to spend huge sums for a dungeon first kill. Tingxue Wanner calculated quickly. 200,000 was expensive, but securing this gear would massively boost her guild's core strength. With this, they could stomp every guild in the early game. She absolutely couldn't let Mad God steal it. Suddenly, Tingxue Wanner acted shy. "Then, like you said earlier, let you touch my leg 10 times. Just sell it to me. It's only a game anyway. The first kill must be ours." Sumu didn't expect her to agree. "You said it. No backing out." Then he began shooing people away. "Heard that? I'm selling to this pretty lady. The rest of you scram." Mad God of War exploded. "What? Do you know who I am? You dare talk to me like that? You're dead." Sumu snapped back. "Who cares who you are? Stop blocking my business. Get lost." Mad God was furious. "Fine. Don't leave the safe zone if you've got guts." His underling added, "Boss, don't worry. Once he steps outside, we'll shred him. Yeah, once you're out of the village, I'll beat the crap out of you." Literally. From the forest came questionable sounds. "Hey, don't, Is this really okay?" First time's awkward, second time's natural. Sumu grinned wickedly. "Next trade, don't forget our deal." Tingxue Wanner cursed, "Shameless. Scumbag. I'm never trading with you again." Sumu watched her leave and swore silently. "Don't worry. There will definitely be a next time. And next time, I'm getting my full 10 touches, Wanner. You're not escaping my hands." Tingxue Wanner's face was flushed red. Even though this Wood God was a total pervert. But just now, Wood God said he never takes a loss, 120,000 after the discount. "Money for gear. Hand it over." Tingxue stammered, Just money? I thought maybe." Sumu pinned her against a tree. "Thought what? You wanted to fulfill the leg touch deal. Huh? Beauty, then I won't hold back." Tingxue panicked, "And no, I didn't. So, are you breaking your promise?" Sumu sighed exaggeratedly. Fine. I'll take a loss. We trade as is. Consider it a favor you owe me." Tingxue asked softly, Is that really okay?" Sumu replied, "Mad God and I already have beef. Helping you is just a little bonus." Everyone wondered, what's the deal with this Wood God? How did he get so many resources at the start? And since he's just a solo player who offended Mad God's group today, they figured they might as well help him later if needed. Scene shift. Sumu arrived at the village chief's house to hand in the quest. Thank you, warrior. With his dried blood, the demonic aura on MANHWA can be removed. But many villagers were attacked by monsters. We're running low on bandages. Sumu grew impatient. All right, stop rambling. You just need some bandages, right? Then Sumu suddenly remembered he still had 400 unused potential points after leveling up. He dumped them all into Magic Attack. His EXP and gold were already far ahead of newbies. As expected of me, the great Su God. Feels like I'm straight up cheating. Stop thinking. Time to grind mobs and widen the gap even more. Just demonified mummies? Easy clap. Suddenly, he realized he'd forgotten something important. Right. Almost forgot to squeeze some money out of this sly old man. Only idiots ignore free profit. Then he rolled on the ground dramatically. Saving MANHWA gave me internal injuries. Heaven grows old, humans die young. Give me her hairpin, I'll return it for you. The village chief actually thought it sounded profound. Don't worry, warrior. The path of apocalypse is long. I won't let you die. Congratulations. What God has permanently received the village chief's blessing. Plus 10% crit rate, plus 10% movement speed, plus 10 HP regen per second. Ignore 50 defense, and a slight increase in lust. This is the real hidden reward for demonified MANHWA. The chief's permanent buff is a trump card. Other players copied him. Chief, bless me too. Before leaving, Sumu mocked them. Bunch of idiots. Grandpa's off to grind mobs. Tonight's first kill is mine. Sumu arrived at the quest area and discovered his HP was dropping by 5 per second, and healing items couldn't be used here. Most players wouldn't last even 30 seconds, unless he used purification potions, each costing 500 gold and needing constant use to stay alive. It was basically forcing players to pay to win. The village chief's blessing is still the best. 10 HP back per second, I even profit 5. Just then, shouting came from up ahead. Run! Hurry! That thing is catching up. With a few sharp swishes, the girl didn't even have time to scream before being wrapped tightly in bandages. She was yanked away instantly, while the man ran for his life. Bro, help me! The next second, he was impaled by a bandage-formed spike. Then he too was dragged back. Sumu's eyes tightened. A level 5, high attack, long-range monster, definitely a newbie killer. No wonder those two died so fast. But the demonified mummies weren't very fast. He could use that. And Sumu could throw fireballs. They should be scared of him. One mummy instantly turned into roasted zombie meat. But that didn't scare them. They all turned to surround Sumu. Sumu sneered, perfect. I'll wipe you all out. Free quest materials delivered to my door. He remembered a deadwood forest in the swamp. Good place to deal with them. Sumu quickly lured the mummies to the dead marsh's withered woods. With a few leaps, he jumped across the river. Then he attacked from across the bank. What? Not coming? Scared? The mummies roared angrily at the provocation. They shot their bandages towards Sumu. Using speed and experience, Sumu dodged every single one perfectly. Annoying mummies, but too bad. Your grandpa here is a veteran. The next moment, he grabbed all their bandages in his hands. Then he dashed wildly through the deadwood area. By the time the mummies realized something was wrong, it was already too late. All the mummies were gathered in the center of the swamp, unable to move. Turns out this was all part of Sumu's plan. He wasn't running around randomly. Then he prepared a big fireball to wipe them out. Only those newbie noobs would get beaten until they roll on the ground. Right then, a system bounty popped up. The blacksmith finally snapped and issued a bounty on anyone who touched his wife's thighs. Any physical contact meant you were wanted. Sumu started bragging to himself. A bunch of pervy degenerates. Aside from Big Brother me, there isn't a single good man. But this bounty? Perfect for me. Kill 100 creep men? With these rookie trash levels? After I finish the demonified mummies, I'll go grab that 100 kill streak. Easy reward for helping the poor kid. Flamefall Descent. He cast. The demonified mummies were instantly cooked, like hot pot. One skill book even dropped. He couldn't use it. but it would sell for a few thousand gold. Then came a surprise. Some creep wandered into the area and was instantly blasted to death. He immediately went to World Chat to complain about his tragic experience. Madman War God gathered a bunch of his guys and shouted arrogantly, "A bunch of trash," blaming the game. High difficulty clearing still depends on me. Brothers of Madman, march with me to the Mummy Zone. Watching from afar, players couldn't help but admire them. Madman's got real presence. Even their names match, definitely planning to make a guild. Look at the white glow, purification potion effect. Damn, they're rich. When guilds unlock at level 10, they'll be the first to make one. Let's level up and try to join them later. A bunch of broke losers. Watch how we, the maniacs, sweep this quest. But what he didn't expect was that his nightmare had just begun. Target spotted, everyone move in. But the next second, the demonified mummy was killed by a single fireball. Madman War God was stunned. Fireball? A squishy mage made it this far? Don't tell me there's another whale spender on our server. Everyone be careful. Flamefall incoming. The next moment, the maniacs who were acting all high and mighty scattered like chickens, screaming for help as they ran. In just a moment, a bunch of them were dead. Within that short time, Sumu's quest progress jumped to 15%. He just wanted to farm quietly, but these people insisted on rushing over to donate free kills. With his AoE skill Frost Dance, it was simply a perfect combination. Since the next mummy wave would take time to respawn, Sumu decided to sort his inventory. Over 100 pieces of gear, 12 skill books, another nice profit. Naturally, his buyer had to be long-legged Tingxua Wanner. Maybe he'd get some extra bonus. I wonder if Wan Urchan is looking forward to it too. Sumu stretched lazily. Still short a few dozen kills for the 100 kill quest. Wonder if the Maniac gang will be good guys and come a few more waves. Then he pulled out a mage skill book, Wind Shadow, boosting speed by 30%. Sumu learned it on the spot without hesitation. Once he reached level 6, he'd log off for dinner. The dungeon first clear was waiting. On another side of the misty swamp, a pile of mummies lay on the ground. A girl named Yumu said she had enough quest items and wanted to leave the party. Yumu miss, don't leave. Let's keep grinding EXP. Yeah, Yumu beauty, dead song is right. Men and women team up, work gets easier. Exactly. Your heals saved us. Otherwise we couldn't beat these mummies. Yumu miss, don't keep that cold face. Shallow. Men are all disgusting, except him. Codename 13, try to persuade her too. Yumu miss, I'm making a guild soon. Want to join? I'll make you vice leader. Shut up. Suddenly, Yumu attacked them. Turns out new mummies had respawned. Dead Song broke out in cold sweat. Even he didn't sense it. How did she? And we're all party members, so why did I take damage from her hit? Yumu looked at the men with disdain. Can't even remember monster positions. Still want to be guild leader? And you took damage because you're one of those scumbags who harassed the pharmacist. Can't waste time. I need to level up fast, then go find him. Watching her walk away, a few men smirked. Boss, want us to show her what a real man looks like. Meanwhile, the Maniac gang was furious at Sumu. They died by the dozens without even seeing him. So they cursed him on World Chat, calling him a turtle coward and challenging him to fight in the Mist Forest. The public grew curious. A megaphone costs 100 gold. Who the hell is this with God? Why would Madman War God spend so much just to flame him? Seeing Sumu still silent, Madman War God swallowed his anger. Team wipe, too embarrassing. Must be some swamp mechanic we don't know. When he comes out, if I don't kill him 10 times, I'm not Madman War God. Yeah, we died for no reason. He owes us an explanation. Farming is farming. Why can this with God kill people whenever he wants? Just then, Tingxua Wanner's voice rang out. Madman War God, if you've got guts, go in and find him. Yelling outside makes you look pathetic. Damn, why are these women helping him? We lost levels because of him. Now we can't compare to them at all. Tingxua Wanner, are you seriously defending that with God? That with God is under my protection. If you're not happy, come fight us. After all, Sumu just sent her a massive batch of gear for trade. She had to protect that investment. With those items, her guild could push ahead. Madman War God could only rage helplessly. Wood God, you coward. Need a woman to protect you? Be a man and get your ass out here. Oh, my obedient grandson is barking again? Cut the crap, Wood God. If you've got the guts to walk out, then prepare to die. Sumu snapped his fingers, and his character panel appeared for everyone to see. The ones shouting earlier instantly froze. Holy SHD, level 7 mage. Where did this luck monster come from? He even has a purple weapon with focus and spell crit. Look at his buff. What the hell is Village Chief's blessing? This gear, this level, this insane buff. This guy is not playing the same game as us. I'm reporting him. Madman War God was crushed. This Wood God wasn't even the same species as them. How are they supposed to fight this? Sumu's eyes sharpened. Madman Grandson, your grandpa is here. Madman War God forced himself not to chicken out, but couldn't squeeze out a word. Finally, he shouted, Wood God, you murdered innocent players. As long as you let us kill you back, we'll call it even. Otherwise, you owe us an explanation. Or we'll camp you so hard you won't even leave the starter village. In his mind, no matter how strong Sumu was, they had dozens of people. Numbers level. Sumu dug his ear. My fault? You guys were grabbing the pharmacist's thighs. Got yourselves bounty marked, didn't know? Players nearby whispered. So they're the freaks who harassed the pharmacist? Gross. Would God did the world a favor killing them? Madman War God's face turned red as he stammered. I'm not. I didn't. Don't listen to his nonsense. Damn you, Wood God. You made me lose face in front of the pretty girl. I won't let you go, Wood God. If you've got guts, fight me. Sumu shot back fearlessly. Sure, your grandpa's hand are itching anyway. Just then, Ting Shue Wanner said to him, they want to gang up on you. Ting Shue, will help you once. Consider it thanks for selling me those items. Sumu rejected her instantly. Thanks, but keep that favor for now. Take your people farther away. These trash mobs, I'm going to teach them a real lesson. Numbers only matter when the strength is equal. Seeing this, Ting Shue Wanner wondered whether Wood God was truly this arrogant or if he really had that kind of power. Better observe first. Sumu switched to full attack mode. Fireball. Cast. Madman War God shouted, follow my command. Warriors, shields up. The next second, all of Sumu's fireballs were blocked. Mages, archers, fire. Are you all here to watch a damn show? The moment the order landed, everyone began attacking. But Sumu dodged effortlessly. That's all your Madman gang can do. In his view, Madman War God was a complete idiot, dumping all skills at once, leaving a long cooldown gap to be slaughtered. Sumu moved so fast he slipped behind a big tree, completely unnoticed. Since they have numbers, Ice AoE crowd control is perfect. If the special effect triggers, even better. In the public chat, people were drawn to Sumu's title. What was that? Fastest something? Couldn't see clearly. Think it said fastest man. So embarrassing, but damn, he is fast. Sumu ignored the noise. These guys were perfect test dummies for his new skill. Whoosh! A blue surge of energy shot toward them. Before they could run, they were all frozen into ice statues. Chaos erupted instantly. Warriors, shield up. We're gonna freeze to death. Warlocks. Healing. What are you doing? Boss, our shield cooldown isn't done. Boss, we are healing non-stop. The HP bars won't hold. Someone instinctively raised a shield, driving Madman War God into a rage. Most people are already dead. What's the shield for? He apologized out loud, but cursed inside. With Wood God's damage, using a shield is normal. I don't want to die. Even Sumu couldn't stand it. This guy is terrified. That shield was useless. Just stall a few seconds, then I'll nuke them with big fireball. He started counting down. Heads up, grandkid, surprise. The Madman gang froze in shock. Yellow Hair's eyes nearly popped out. Then a rain of fireballs came crashing down. They were doomed. Warriors and Warlocks' shields were already burned. This was total annihilation. Regaining movement, Yellow Hair chugged a healing potion that I can't hold. Boss, take care. Holy crap, Wood God's damage is insane. Don't tell me he wasn't using a swamp bug earlier. Mad God of War wasn't stupid. Everyone else ran, so he ran too. but Sumu locked on him the whole time. Why are you running? Weren't you acting all tough just now? Mad God of War panicked. Why you don't come any closer? I'll go all out if you do. Inside, he was collapsing. The healers are dead. Red potions can't save me anymore. He could never accept the truth. His 30-man elite squad got solo wiped by one guy. So he decided to go all in. He unleashed the early warrior skill, Gale Slash, but Sumu knew the cooldown, 40 full seconds, which meant for the next 40 seconds, Mad God of War could only use basic attacks. Just keep the distance and the fight was already over. Hey, Madman grandson, Grandpa's over here. Too slow. Mad God of War missed again, and Sumu taunted louder. Come on, what's wrong? Don't tell me you're underperforming? Mad God of War snapped. How the hell is a mage this nimble? His sanity was gone, his cooldown refreshed, and he roared. So your speed finally dropped, huh? Trying to beg for mercy. Eat my Gale Slash, Sumu calmly said. Hold up. Madman, too late. Sumu added, you sure you don't want to check your HP bar first? A small fireball flew out. Mad God of War didn't even react. HP instantly zeroed. His final thought, let the world burn. I'm done with this stupid game. Sumu smirked. Oops, my hand slipped. Just a teeny bit more damage than I meant. I actually want to play with you longer. Mad God of War's soul nearly exploded. His final shout echoed, would God, you just wait. I won't let this go. Female players cheered wildly. Some even begged to become his disciples. Male players admitted he was too cool, knees weak and all. Tingxue Wanner's worldview almost collapsed. Would God, is he really this strong? Then the global announcement popped. Congratulations to player Would God for completing the blacksmith's bounty and earning a mystery reward. Other servers also received the announcement, and everyone was guessing who this Would God really was. 100 kills? That's insane. On the Empire Miles server, Team Z's Xiao Shui felt regretful. Man, he was only 20 kills short. Brothers, send some gifts to comfort the streamer, okay? Would God is something else. Even as a pro esports player, I'm not as good as him. Looks like our Z squad isn't the strongest after all. Even stronger than him was Fisheye from the Sky Azure Wulong server. She had already completed 90%. I thought I'd be the first to finish the global bounty. Didn't expect someone faster. Would God. Sumu, is it you? At that moment, Sumu sneezed. Huh? Someone thinking about me? Then he told Wanner, Missy, about her second PY deal. How about now? Tingxue Wanner followed him into the woods with a stiff face. She already felt he was about to bring up another weird condition. Mummy bandages 1, white gear green gear 51, blue gear 19, 10 white skill books. Wanner didn't expect he farmed this much again. Total value is 112,610 gold. I'll count it as 115,000 for you. Miss Wanner, want a discount this time? He was already drooling. Sumu again mentioned that strange request, and Wanner stuttered in fear. And no need for that kind of discount. 115,000 is fine. She knew he'd say it. Sumu sighed. A pity. If you let me touch your thigh again, I was going to give you a free surprise. Wanner blinked. What surprise? Sumu pulled out a skill book. How about it? 10,000 gold. Wanna buy? Buddy discount. Wanner froze. A green warlock skill book. Would God's luck was ridiculous. Green books were impossible to get right now. Wanner knew he wouldn't give a discount for no reason. So what's the condition? Sumu whispered. You have to agree to let me touch your thigh 10 times in the future. Happy deal, Miss Wanner. All right, a little friendly tip. Green Bay woodland monsters are weak, but give great XP. You guys should focus on farming trance there. Wanner asked suspiciously, why are you telling me this? What's your goal? Sumu thought Wanner's sister was way too alert, and replied, if I say it's related to a hidden quest, will you help me? Wanner cleared her throat. Fine, but I'm not helping for free. A hidden quest? Huh? Why would you know something even the company doesn't? Then it's settled. Don't worry, Wanner's sister. You won't lose out. Would God. You're really making me more and more curious. For the first time, the two even brushed against each other. At the newbie village respawn point, Mad God of War was yelling at his underlings. You useless trash. Would God wiped all of us alone. Next time you see that brat, kill him on sight. The underling screamed back, "Boss, we were wrong. Boss, I swear I'll grind levels hard and beat Wood God till he rolls on the ground crying." Right then, Mad God of War received a whisper. A private message? From who? Mad Dog Madman. Take your boys and go farm trans for Grandpa. If I don't say stop, you don't stop. Madman snapped, "Wood God? That bastard? I'm not listening to you." Sumu replied, "If you dare not go, I'll kill you till you delete your account. Every kill gets a screenshot and a forum post. I'm heading to you now." Madman felt like he just ate crap. "Wood God, brother, I'll do the task. I swear." But deep down he cursed. "Fine, I'll endure now. Once I get stronger, I'll kill you out of the game." Sumu felt that relying only on Wanner and Madman wasn't enough. To unlock the hidden dungeon, all trance must be wiped out. So he blasted world chat with trumpets, letting everyone join in. Soon, the three of them were hyping each other on the public channel. Sumu felt amazing, like he was stirring the whole world. And Wanner's sister kept backing him up. After a long while, Sumu checked the time and felt it should be about right. But he started doubting. Can this place really drop rare gear? I've been squatting here forever. He looked up at the treetop. The hidden expert guide from my past life said, "Under a tree that makes people have wild thoughts." This should be it, right? Don't tell me I got scammed. Am I the clown? In this birdless, ghostless dump? Suddenly, something dropped on Sumu's face. He yelled, "Even birds are pooping now. Where's my gear drop? Bullying honest people. Scammer. Scammer. Scammer." Right then, the system popped up a new quest. All players in the beginner village must defend against the tree god's revenge in 30 minutes. If they succeed, everyone gets a mysterious reward. If they fail, everyone loses 100,000 EXP. TSK. Secret master my ass. Scam artist. If I ever see your guides again, I'll dig you out and beat you myself. Global chat exploded. This quest looks impossible. But God screwed us. Losing 100k EXP? We're dead. Sumu ignored them completely. He headed back to town, planning to log off, eat dinner, and come back to farm the hidden mission, nice and comfy. The moment he logged back in, he was surrounded. I don't need this big of a welcome, right? Wood God, you have to explain this tree god revenge thing. Yeah, we don't have enough levels to lose. Anyone knows Wood God in real life. I'll pay for a carry. You guys already think we'll fail? That's way too weak. Wood God, do you have confidence? He's glowing with main character energy. Sumu yawned. Gotta eat before working. A grinder must fuel up. Players muttered, "Weird, why do I feel hungry too? Is this his aura? Since Wood God said so, let's hurry and eat then log back in." Meanwhile, the real world was lively. Sumu munched on his burger while people around him talked about the potion girl. Her animations are insane. Sumu rolled his eyes. NPC beauties were useless distractions. His gaming pod was already ordered. Once he got back online, he'd take the tree god's first kill and upgrade his deathbone hand. More and more people were joining Apocalypse, far more than in his previous life. Sumu just hoped humanity could rewrite its ending this time. Just then, a gorgeous girl walked toward him. "Sumu, it really is you." Her appearance made the whole place restless. "Damn, she's spicy." Suddenly the potion girl ain't that attractive. "Bro, that's the school beauty from next door. Stop dreaming. You can't reach that level." "But wow, that guy's lucky on a date with the school goddess? Is he even better looking than me?" "Why am?" Jiang Jiu sat down. "Sumu, I heard you walked straight out of the exam today. Your homeroom teacher almost fainted." Sumu sipped his milk tea, responding with a lazy yeah. Jiang Jiu thought, that's just the kind of guy he is. Sumu wondered to himself, we're not even that close. Why would she suddenly come talk to me? "Sumu, why don't you come eat with me and some friends?" "My treat." Sumu refused instantly. "No, I don't have time." In his mind, they wouldn't have much to do with each other anyway. Better hurry home and get back into the game. "I'm done eating." "Jiang Jiu, I'll get going." "Sumu, are you at Tianqi's Wulong Lake?" "Sumu, why are you so cold to me?" Jiang Jiu's besties walked over. "Who is that guy? How dare he ignore you?" You. Don't tell me you like him." "Wait, isn't he the school heartthrob from your school?" "Yeah." Sumu. The guy who ditched the exam just to play Tianchi? Yu likes that gaming addict? Campus belle plus campus hunk. Academic queen plus academic slacker. Perfect combo. Alright, stop teasing. Tianchi isn't just some normal game. Jiang Jiu felt a wave of sadness. Su Mu, you've appeared in my world so many times. You were so gentle back then. You even celebrated my birthday with me. Why are you avoiding me now? Su Mu wasn't avoiding her. He just had memories from his previous life that he wasn't a savior, but he also couldn't sacrifice the safe zone like she did. Their paths simply didn't align. Su Mu slid into his brand new gaming pod, and it felt amazing. Worth every coin. In his past life, he had saved up forever to afford one. He twisted the ring again. He had to stay ahead, to chase the unpredictable road of fate. The moment he logged in, a group was already shouting, "Would God!" 1 minute left. Tree God's Revenge is starting. Official site says the tree spirits are level 5. We can't beat that. And the tree god boss is level 10. Even you, Would God, probably can't handle that, right? You've doomed us this time. Su Mu felt speechless. These guys were way too loud. Just a bunch of newbies who had never seen the world. It's just a hidden quest. Calm down. Would God do something? I don't want to die and lose a level. Quit whining. If Would God says it's doable, then it's doable. What Su Mu didn't know was that the official Tianchi team was already watching him. And not only that, the whole world was paying attention that a mere kid from the Xia Nation wanting the world's first clear. Everyone thought he was dreaming. What a joke. Even our country's strongest squad wouldn't dare to attempt it. The next second, the entire space began to tremble. Tianchi's 100% realism effect was terrifying. That don't be scared, babe. I'm here to I can't take this. I'm logging off first. I'll come back after the brothers finish the fight. That I'm out too? No thanks, no thanks. Logging off. What Su Mu didn't expect was that this map boss quest actually triggered NPC participation. But he remembered this didn't happen in his past life. Something was off. Right then, the village chief and Xiao arrived. Young warriors for the village, for tomorrow, fight. The book in the chief's hand glowed gold, granting everyone a buff. Plus 10% attack and crit, plus 20 defense, plus 100 HP, lasting 30 minutes. Hearing the roars coming from the forest outside the village, the players panicked. Look, they're coming. Holy, how many tree spirits is that? Every tree spirit had blood-red eyes, their rage stat fully maxed out. The leading player swung his hammer. Get lost, you bastard. The tree spirit exploded into pieces. Battle erupted instantly, but the momentum was completely on the tree spirit's side. With these newbie players' weak attacks, they were basically just scratching an itch. Two vines suddenly whipped out and wrapped around them, scaring the players into screaming. Let me go. I should have never played this cursed game. The entire battlefield was a mess, filled with screams everywhere. And more tree spirits kept pouring in from behind. Soon, they had reached the respawn point. I'm done. Don't come any closer. Would God, you said you had a plan? You liar. Some players were almost crying. Never thought my glorious life would end with monsters spawn camping me. I quit. Logging off. Boo-hoo. Once the 15 seconds of invincibility ends, the tree spirits kill me again. This is impossible to play. Where's Would God? That bragging clown better get out here and get punched. People watching from outside were stunned. Did the monsters on this server go rogue? Holy crap, this quest is terrifying. Thank God our server doesn't have this nonsense, damn. Village 818 is finished. Their levels are going to drop back to 1. With this many tree spirits, no wonder no one can hold the line. Even our team would struggle with this. But before the man finished speaking, he froze. Fireballs rained from the sky. The tree spirits instantly met a miserable end. That's the mage skill, falling meteor fire. What the hell is that damage? Hacks. After being brazed in red fire, the tree spirits were frozen again. This was obviously Su Mu's doing. The players instantly erupted. Jiang Jiu. It's really Would God. Daddy has come to save us. That's right. It has to be Would God. He used the same skill when he wiped out the Madman gang. Su Mu said calmly, I originally wanted to let you train a bit more. Sigh. Sumu felt this level of showing off wasn't too much. Next, he entered hunting mode again. Everywhere Sumu passed, the tree spirits burst into roaring flames and died almost instantly. And their attacks felt like nothing more than a light scratch to him. The players finally had time to breathe and started shouting, "Would Goddaddy's gear must be insane. He's beating the tree spirits till they're running for their lives. Look, he's not even losing HP. This is ridiculous. Holy crap. We can finally leave the respawn point. Thank you, Daddy would God. I'll have your babies." Sumu turned around confidently and said, "Stop spacing out. Get in here and fight." The players were instantly fired up. Listen to Wood God. Charge the tree spirits. Kill. Wood God OP. Don't be scared. Worst case, we just die and respawn. Warriors charge. Mages and warlocks hold the back. Archers take the high ground. Assassins, handle yourselves. The assassins felt utterly offended. Why were they the unwanted class? The spectators went wild. Holy crap. I think this novice village might actually clear the dungeon. Who the hell is Wood God? That damage is insane. 666. They're about to take off. Damn, this is hype. Log in now and leech the loot. Hurry. Get back online and farm tree spirits. When Tingxue Wanner and her group revived, they instantly noticed something was off. The respawn point had 0 tree spirits. Wanner guessed Sumu must have done it. Just then, a hot-blooded teen dashed past them yelling charge. Follow Daddy Wood God, and there'll be meat to eat. The purple-robed mage girl felt crushed. She was also a mage. Why was the gap between her and Wood God so huge? Wanner, what do we do now? Everyone lost a ton of EXP. Tingxue Wanner led them forward and said, "Of course we go kill tree spirits and earn the EXP back." Once again, Wood God took over the command. Everyone get ready. Warlocks, buff the squad. The players instantly cooperated. Shield casters threw up shields. Damage buffers boosted attack. Right then, Tingxue Wanner and her group rushed over. Wood God, we're joining the fight too. Warlocks, request to join the main party. Move with my unit. Mages, archers, get ready. Fire from max range on my signal. Low-level players, stick together. Don't die for nothing. Warriors, hit the frontline trance. Assassins, clean up the low HP ones. His whole tactic was arranged crystal clear. The spectators outside couldn't believe their eyes because of one guy Wood God. The players actually started pushing back. Holy crap, who the hell is this Wood God? Clearing the respawn point earlier. Nah, was the turning point. No way. Is 818 Novice Village really about to clear this quest? Mad God of War watched everything from offline and froze. You're telling me this can turn around? Gotta call the brothers online fast. Otherwise, all those deaths were for nothing. One Treant gives 100 EXP, even assists get 20. Get online and start leeching. In his mind, he was a tactical genius. In Wing Nation's VSV District Research Center, someone scoffed, "Tree God's Revenge? That's it. I thought it'd be something terrifying." Johnson analyzed the data from Xia Nation's Sky Blue Wulong 818 Village. Order our squad to kill Treant now and trigger Tree God's Revenge. Johnson replied, "Sir, the quest difficulty is extremely high. We're only average level 3. I'm afraid we can't beat it. That Xia Nation player, Wood God, whatever method he used, his strength is downright absurd." The commander glared at him and demanded, "Can't beat it? Say that again, boy." Johnson replied, "Yes. I originally planned to let the soldiers grind for 2 more days. They might have cleared it, but now they really can't beat it." Hearing this, the commander's expression turned terrifyingly dark. "I order you right now. Activate Tree God's Vengeance. Otherwise, I won't mind replacing my adjutant." Just when everyone thought they had won this defense battle, a roar echoed from the distance. Most people were startled, and Sumu knew the boss had arrived. From deep within the forest, massive tree tendrils stretched out. The level 10 corrupted tree god appeared. "Humans, become my nourishment." It let out another furious roar. One tree arm swept across, sending people flying. Its other tree arm slammed down toward Tingxue Wanner and the others. Watching the giant palm grow larger in her sight, Tingxue Wanner felt she couldn't dodge at all. Her mind even stopped thinking. She had already prepared to die. As the tree god's twin palms struck down, rocks and debris exploded from the ground. But at that exact moment, Sumu had already pulled Tingxue Wanner away, though it definitely wasn't a Princess Carrie. Tingxue Wanner thanked him, and Wood God told her to be careful. He could clearly feel that the tree god's attacks were targeting him. Could it be because he was a reborn player? The players had low damage, but every single skill was being thrown straight at the tree god. Holy crap, these tree god stats are insane. 30,000 HP, and it even comes with control skill bind and recovery skill regenerate. How the hell do we fight this? Isn't high attack and high crit even scarier? Damn it. One vine whip wipes out a whole group. With another furious roar, the Treants respawned again. Invincible Wood God. Think of something quick. Tingxue Wanner also asked if he had a plan. Wood God said confidently, don't panic. Handle the small Treants like before. Leave the big guy to me. Tingxue Wanner answered, okay, but you must be careful. This side of the battlefield is mine. Their conversation gave off serious in-game couple vibes. She immediately commanded, don't panic. Group up by class, fast. Warriors, assassins, follow Tingxue Shasha. Mages, archers, move with Tingxue Little Bunny. Warlocks, take positions with me. Treant at the 10, o'clock in 1. O'clock directions. Warriors suppress. Remote units focus fire at 3 o'clock. Warlocks spread in a fan formation for healing. The tree god lord is too strong. I need to hold the small mobs for Wood God as much as I can. Wood God nodded repeatedly, as expected of someone who would one day support an entire safe zone. She was already showing her talent. The tree god roared again, and countless branches lashed toward him. Wood God still didn't understand. Why was the tree god always chasing him? A high damage, high regen boss? But he knew its weakness. The only lord of Green Bay Forest, once a friend of humanity, now the very cause of the demonic corruption. You gain power but also guilt, and your weakness is your heart. Wood God fired a fireball with a critical hit. Minus 600. Other players only dealt a dozen damage per hit. Completely incomparable. But Wood God still wasn't satisfied. At this rate, he needed 50 fireballs to finish it. This HP was way too thick. However, because of its guilt and inner conflict, the damage it took could no longer be healed by revival. As long as he wasn't hit, he could slowly solo it. But he couldn't let the tree god's attacks mess up Wanner's formation, so he had to pull the boss away. Wanner, I'm leaving this side to you. Tingxue Wanner looked worried. Split a group of warlocks to the respawn point. Keep healing and buffing. Under the tree god's wild attacks, Sumu was practically dancing ballet. Thankfully, he had Village Chief's blessing and the speed buff from the fastest man, or he would never dodge this barrage. But the newly grown vines were much weaker, and they were all connected to the tree god's heart. Time to burn them all. Flamefall activated. The tree god roared in pain, completely suppressed by Sumu. Flamefall landed again, raining fireballs all over its body. Then Frost Petal Waltz triggered, freezing its legs solid, turning it into a giant, immobile torch tree. Sumu smirked. How's that? Enjoying the ice and fire combo? Wanner's group also noticed its HP was down to 1/3. At this pace, Wood Godly needs about 2 more minutes. Last 2 minutes. Hold the line. Reform the formation. Push again. Don't let even one ad cross the defense. Brothers, charge. Rewards are right ahead. Fight. Even if you die, respawn and get back in. At that moment, Frost Petal Waltz triggered an ice bind. Sumu decided it was time for the final blow. Mega Fireball. The tree god exploded into pieces, its unwilling roar echoing in the air. Damn. Humans. Look, the Treants are scattering. They really share one life with the tree god. At the same time, the system announced, congratulations to player Wood God for completing the global revenge of the tree god. First kill. Reward, Global First Kill Chest. Congratulations to all players of Starter Village 818. You have successfully defended against the Tree God's Revenge and protected the village. Everyone receives plus 200 potential, 10,000 gold, and 100,000 EXP. We won. We really won. What God is insane. We're insane. Tingxue Wanner hadn't expected Sumu to actually pull it off. The outside world received the update as well. Holy crap. Global first kill? That's crazy. Everyone gets plus 200 potential. That's basically 2 free levels of stat points. 10,000 gold each. That's jackpot level rich. The forums exploded. Players were crying that they weren't born in Village, same game, different lives, nothing but envy. Sumu checked his rewards. With the Tree God's essence, the materials to activate the Reaper's Handbone were finally complete, and his level had risen to level 9. What secret did this Reaper's Handbone hold? Only one way to find out. Activate it. Ding. Reaper's Handbone activated. Rings of purple energy rippled across the bones. Suddenly, Sumu realized he couldn't move. It shocked him completely. Wanner and the others also felt a strong wind blow in. What's going on? Why is there suddenly a storm? Don't tell me the hidden quest isn't over yet. Look, something's coming from Green Bay Woods. It's fog. Demonic miasma. Wanner gasped, cold sweat dripping down her face. Everyone, check your buffs. Did you get something called Reaper's Gaze? When the Reaper is watching you, you can't move at all. Don't look at those death eyes. When you gaze into the abyss gazes back at you. Is this bugged? Why can't I move? Damn, I'm stuck too. I want to log out. Don't panic. No sudden moves. The wind kept howling. Suddenly, someone screamed, "What is that? I can't see anything. My HP bar is dropping. Damn it. I can't use skills. I can't even drink potions. Are we supposed to just watch our HP drop to 0? My health hit 0. Why didn't I respawn?" The bizarre situation made everyone's hearts pound wildly. Seeing this, Tingxue Wanner thought, it seems that when the HP bar hits 0, players don't actually die. They just lose all vision. Everyone, stay calm and wait. Our server just took the global first kill. Maybe the devs are adjusting parameters. What God still isn't back? Did he trigger another mechanic? Is he in danger? The culprit, Sumu, hadn't expected this at all. What the hell? What kind of buff is this Reaper's Gaze? At this moment, his activation progress had reached 15%. Suddenly, the sky split open with 2 massive cracks, like a pair of blood-red eyes. No matter how you look at it, they were blood-red eyes. Sumu was shocked. This was the Reaper. He couldn't possibly be mistaken, but it made no sense. Wasn't the Reaper supposed to appear only when Apocalypse was about to descend, as the boss of the hardest dungeon, the Reaper's Temple? As far as he knew, no one had ever cleared it. Apocalypse had descended, and now the Reaper arrived as well. Could it be because he activated the Reaper's Handbone, causing the Reaper to descend early? Even though he was familiar with almost every mechanic in Apocalypse, the Reaper was the only thing he barely understood. In his past life, he didn't even have the qualifications to enter the Reaper's Temple. He was doomed. That voice, there was no mistake. That was the Reaper. It was the same terrifying voice he heard right before dying in his previous life. Then a strange, eerie laugh echoed across the sky. The Reaper is really here? Don't tell me I'm going to die again. Is this what my rebirth is for? I just started the game. Damn it, I can't break free from this bind. Light vanished. Darkness descended. Gods fell. The Reaper ruled the heavens. Young mage, do you seek to live? I will grant you a chance. Join the Reaper's Temple, and I shall aid you in becoming the Grand Magus of Death. With the power of the Apocalypse crowned upon you, do you accept the Reaper's special invitation? Join the Reaper's Temple and become the Grand Magus of Death. All stats plus 9,999. Hearing this, Sumu was extremely tense. Become a god in one step? But the plot was way too dramatic. What kind of joke was this? The Reaper inviting him? Grand Magus of Death? Since when did Apocalypse have such a hidden class? These stats are way too insane. But why would the Reaper choose me? Is he thirsty for my body? Am I about to reach the peak of life with a single 9,999,999 damage strike? Is my cheat finally online? Rebirth benefits? Chosen one privileges? Am I just too handsome? At that moment, Su Mu was convinced. He was the protagonist. The system gave him option 1. Join the Reaper's Temple. Become the Reaper's first grand magus of death. But you will be considered a traitor to humans and to the temple. All reputation will reset to 0, temple reputation -1, and you will become the enemy of all warriors. You will fall into darkness forever. Option 2. Refuse to join. You will anger the Reaper, be killed by him, drop all items and equipment, and your level will reset to 0. Su Mu was completely numb. It looked like a heaven-sent cheat, but both choices were dodged. The first one looked good, but he'd have to fight all of humanity. The second one meant getting chopped instantly and losing everything. My first kill reward, and that legendary evil dragon armor I camped so long for, I won't get a second chance. Su Mu was utterly torn. Baby doesn't know how to answer this question, but the Reaper was already urging him, clearly ready to kill if he hesitated. Young mage, speak your choice. Su Mu shouted anxiously, wait. This is kinda hard. Give me a moment. I'm considering betraying humanity and embracing darkness, okay? But inside, he thought, no way. If he stalled long enough, maybe the Reaper's handbone would hit 100%. When the progress bar reached 95%, the Reaper spoke again. State your choice. With no way out, Su Mu braced himself. Fine, I'll tell you my choice. Damn, this rebirth is really full of disasters. Suddenly, Su Mu's eyes widened as if he'd made a difficult decision. Then he shouted loudly, I refuse. The Reaper was enraged. Ignorant ant, for the sake of laughable light, you dare refuse my invitation? Su Mu showed no fear. Ant? So what? Even ants can have grand ambitions. Even a fragile life can burn with defiance. How could I possibly bow to my mortal enemy? The Reaper raised his scythe. Then die, ant. Su Mu roared back, haha. A man can be killed, but not humiliated. Go on, kill me again. Screw destiny. At worst, I'll start over. 3 seconds later, I'll be alive and kicking again. At the critical moment, a beam of golden light shot across the sky. The Reaper's scythe shattered instantly. Su Mu was stunned. What the hell? A voice echoed from within the golden light. Just a projected shadow of the Reaper dares to cross the line and kill? Do you take the Temple of Light as empty? The Reaper recognized the newcomer, six-winged Archangel Michael. Michael, you think you can protect him? A six-winged angel descended from the sky. No way. That's Michael, the boss of the Temple's Angel Legion. Michael threw a punch toward the sky. Return to your hell. The golden shockwave collided with the Reaper's projection, erupting with a deafening boom. As the Reaper faded, he laughed. He is cursed. He will join the Reaper's temple sooner or later. Michael, when my true body descends, none of your angel legion will escape. Su Mu was amazed. So this is the power of the highest commander of the Angel Legion? One hit and the Reaper's shadow is gone. The temple is the core of one of the 2 divine factions in Apocalypse, and the Angel Legion is its strongest combat force. And the Reaper's temple is naturally the center of the demonic faction. Su Mu just activated a Reaper handbone, and not only did it attract the Reaper, Michael himself showed up. Young warrior, your choice was correct. Hearing that, Su Mu realized he could move again. Hi, Lord Michael. He had never dealt with an NPC of this level in his past life. The Reaper's handbone had finished activation, and he feared it would expose him in front of Michael. Thankfully, it didn't. Michael said, Warrior, your decision deserves the temple's praise. If you complete my trial, I will grant you the title of Temple Mage. Legendary quest released. Michael's trial. Kill 10,000 monsters above level 10. Kill Abufis, the start of our god. Kill the corrupted giant. Completing it will unlock Michael's trial 2. Temple Mage. Su Mu was shocked. This is crazy good. This title is top tier. Even at level only with this title can I accept the temple's hidden quests. Su Mu immediately replied, Lord Michael, I accept your trial. Michael gently took out necklace. Good. This is a trophy I took from the demons. I now grant it to you. May you succeed in your trial, and meet me again in the temple. Sumu was completely stunned. This is the evil dragon necklace. Once purified, I can use it. A necklace made from the dragon's actual bones. May it open the path to your greater strength. May the light of apocalypse shine upon you. With that, Michael vanished into the sky. The next moment, Sumu's whole body trembled, cold sweat running down his face. Even if it was damaged, he knew exactly what the evil dragon armor set meant. In his previous life, among all top players, only one person had the full set, and that player was unstoppable. And now he actually got the necklace piece. What kind of god-tier luck was this? Absolute jackpot. If he could evolve it into legendary quality, then this rebirth was way too worth it. Having the necklace meant the rest of the set pieces would come to him sooner or later. He'd basically be invincible. Damn it, his heart couldn't take it. Put the necklace away first. I'll pick a lucky day to appraise it. Now let's see what this Reaper handbone is, the thing that almost reset my character again. The system popped up. Reaper's handbone activated successfully. Reward, 1000 potential. Special skill unlocked. Reaper's hand, level 1. The equipment panel showed. With Reaper's hand active, all skill damage plus 100% can stack with crit, and all skills become instant cast with 0 cost for 1 minute, 30-second cooldown. And it's a growth type skill. Sumu was shocked speechless. All skills doubled, and it stacks? That means 1 minute of pure double damage. And if I crit, that's x4. And special skills in Apocalypse only level up past level 100. Yet this one can level up now? Sumu almost cried from joy. I'm rich. Heaven finally blessed me. Apocalypse City didn't mistreat me today. But the next second he fell straight into despair. Leveling it up needs 5 million EXP. Bro, what? Going from level 9 to 10 only took 400k. 5 million for one level? You've got to be kidding me. This is straight up bullying. Life really is highs and lows. Being overpowered really comes at a price. Guess my level is doomed to fall behind. Forget it. The Tree God's chest still hasn't been opened. Time to see the loot. Hit level 10, switch gear, and take the global first clear of the ancient wood temple. It's mine. Then came the chest opening moment. Tree God's last wish was picked first. With a swoosh, a Tran appeared. Unexpectedly, the Tran looked like an old man. Warrior, thank you for freeing me from my suffering. I was once the lord of this land and fought alongside humans against the evil race. But due to a moment of greed, I was corrupted. Now I'm fading away, and I have one last request for you. It was the mission to clear the ancient god temple, defeat the star-destroying god, Apophis, with generous hidden rewards. Sumu accepted without hesitation. It even matched Michael's quest. Star-destroying god, Apophis. In the vast universe, Blue Star lived in peace, but countless observations showed a mysterious celestial body would arrive on April 14th, 2129, with a 2.7% chance of collision. It might not collide, but after Apocalypse descended onto reality, the first invader of the Ruined God Legion was Apophis. Never mind humanity's future struggle. Right now, even the dungeon's heavily nerfed final boss was brutal, and the 3 mini-bosses before it were no joke. In his past life, a whale squad from Country P got the first clear at level 15. Time to check the other chests from the Tree God. The first chest, 50,000 gold, 300 potential points, and a pair of Flame Trail triple boots. The second was even better, 100,000 gold, 500 potential points, a purple skill book, and 1,000 temple reputation. Sumu felt he hit the jackpot. The gear was even mage type. Purple universal skill book, learn instantly. Purifying spirit energy, plus 100 attack for 5 minutes. Creates a clone with 50% of your stats for 5 minutes. Cooldown 30 minutes. Sumu's jaw dropped. A combat clone? That's insane. As for temple reputation, do I even need to explain? Humanity survives under the temple's protection. Getting close with temple NPCs is basically hugging a big golden thigh. And temple reputation isn't something normal quests give. The higher your rep, the the higher your drop rates, and the easier it is to trigger hidden conditions. And the global first kill chest? Of course it's stacked. Give me the good stuff. 30,000 gold, 800 potential, 10,000 temple reputation, 3 perfect appraisal cards, the Flame Stride triple boots, 1 guild basic blessing permit, a special quest accessory, and the Demon Slayer title. A full set of 8 rewards. A guild blessing permit gives buffs to all members. That's huge. When I make my guild, we'll already be ahead. Sumu felt the title Demon Slayer was practically tailor-made for grinding monsters. This world is full of fiends, especially after Apocalypse descends. Demon Slayer, plus 20% damage to fiend-type targets, plus 20% crit chance, plus 20% resistance. Next was allocating stat points. Of course, he dumped everything in a magic attack, full violence mage build. 1 fireball to teach people manners. Checking his panel, his magic attack nearly doubled. As for the triggered quest Find the Jewelry, he'd do it later. Extra bonuses outside set equipment were always tasty. Time to return to town for appraisals. At the spawn point, players were still panicking. That scared the life out of me. I thought we'd be stuck forever. What if we couldn't log out? Will we become vegetables in real life? Tianchi Company, fix your bugs. Then they spotted Sumu. Wood God is insane. Praise Wood God for saving us. If Wood God makes a guild, I'm joining. Boss, let me be your underling. Wood God, I'll give you babies. DM me your address. Somebody kill me, so I can celebrate Wood God's victory. Sumu only smiled slightly. Everyone, keep leveling up. Our 818 beginner village must become the first batch of players to reach the main city. The players responded together. We'll follow the big boss. Level up and rush to the main city. In the real world of Country P, the commander smashed his cup in fury. Damn it, damn it. Xiao region took the first global first kill. That honor should have belonged to Country P. Johnson, report the progress now. Johnson replied, we've already triggered Wrath of the Tree God, but after analyzing it with the other experts, the Tree God boss stats. The commander shouted, with our current power, we can't clear it? The commander tore his clothes in rage. If you can't clear it, you're fired. Johnson cursed his whole family in his heart. Damn it, always threatening me. This quest difficulty isn't something we can clear right now. Every country got provoked by that with God, but our level gap is already widening. Meanwhile, Sumu arrived at the potion shop. The shop lady teased him, handsome boy. Can I play with Big Sister again? Sumu said, I want 100 purification potions and 1 holy potion. Purification potions, 200 gold each. Holy potion, 100,000 gold. Sumu felt his heart ache. Soon, the shop lady handed him a bag. Here you go, handsome boy. And thank you for punishing those male players. Also, thank you for protecting the village. Sumu felt the pharmacist had changed. Sumu dripped a purification potion onto the evil dragon bone chain, then began praying, legendary, 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 please be legendary. In his past life, he had never seen a legendary item. The necklace burst into golden light. It's really legendary. Damn, after rebirth, I actually became lucky as hell. The perfect appraisal card is finally useful. He couldn't wait to use one. Sumu was extremely excited. Give me insane stats. Give me crazy effects. Appraisal successful. Broken evil dragon bone chain, quality, legendary. Plus 70 magic attack, plus 120 spirit, plus 100 all-element enhancement, plus 50 all-element resistance, plus 3% spell critical. Sumu grinned from ear to ear. These stats actually exist? A single necklace gives more magic attack than my Ziwu weapon, with enhancement and resistance. 1 up, 1 down. I have a 150-point elemental advantage over others. Right now, Sumu was carrying multiple buffs. Village Chief's Blessing, Demon Slayer, equipment effects, and skill bonuses. With Sumu's current stats, clearing the ancient tree temple was child's play. But completing the hidden quest with a no damage, clear, still needed work. Better level up first. Those noobs definitely can't beat it. I'll wait until I hit level 10, then carry a few rich players for money. Perfect. Suddenly, A gigantic beam of light fell from the sky. Su Mu's eyes sharpened. It's here. Star Devourer Abaphis. The players had no idea what was happening. They only felt their bodies heating up. What just fell from the sky? A meteor? Then a massive explosion followed. A scorching shockwave spread outward. The nearby players could only run for their lives. Sumu looked at the cracked ground. This is just the simulated effect of Apocalypse Online. The destruction from Star Devourer Abaphis has already been greatly reduced. If it were 100% realistic, everyone here would have been blown up instantly. Players ran while shouting, "Run! The fire is coming." Is the beginner village even safe? Last time the treemen attacked, didn't the village still get burned? At that moment, the village chief made his move. He cast the skill blue sea over the sky. A gigantic wave blocked the flames outside the village. Players were stunned. Damn, the old chief is this strong? He has sorcerer skills and water magic. Dual-class monster. If he's so strong, why did he just watch us get beaten up during the treeman attack? He even hid inside eating seeds. That's too much. The fire was now completely held back, and steam filled the air. The players exclaimed, "Respect. Chief, you're the real boss." Old village chief is insane. "Chief, you must be a hidden master, right? Give us a hidden quest, big boss." The chief glanced at them. Well, then he continued eating melon seeds. Star Devourer Abaphis has invaded. Warriors, to protect Apocalypse Online, you must not let him leave Green Bay Forest. I will grant blessings to all who challenge him. A male player shouted, "Bro, seriously? You're still eating seeds at a time like this?" Then everyone saw the quest appear above their heads. Star Devourer Abaphis has entered the underground sanctuary. Warriors, hurry and slay him. Ancient Tree Temple Dungeon, now globally open. Sumu looked at the system announcement. The first dungeon of Apocalypse Online had finally opened. In the game, Abaphis would search for ancient items in the ancient Tree Temple ruins inside Green Bay Forest. In his previous life, Abaphis descended upon Blue Star and slaughtered massively while searching for a certain material needed by the Destruction Legion. Deep inside the Amazon rainforest, there really existed a place identical to the ancient Tree Temple. Many scenes and special items in Apocalypse Online also existed in reality. Some had not appeared yet, and some were located in extremely dangerous regions. Even if he told these past life secrets to the nations now, they wouldn't believe him, and might even attract unknown disasters. To resist the invasion, humanity's current strength was far from enough. One must forge themselves. Only by continuously growing stronger and transferring Apocalypse abilities into reality could one find a chance to fight back. As for the ancient Tree Temple dungeon, money alone could not clear it. One must understand the mechanics and have enough strength. But once the dungeon appeared, it naturally caused a frenzy. Those pioneer players finally had something to grind. Let them experience the cruelty of the game first. Big Brother is logging off for a nap. In the real world, it was already morning with bright sunlight outside. Sumu stretched lazily. A real bed really is more comfortable. He decided to check the forums and see how the newbies were feeling. As expected, they had all been humbled. They felt this was not a proper game, not something humans should play. A full team couldn't even defeat the small mobs. Sumu felt this was just the appetizer. The real horror was still ahead. All countries were intensely pushing the ancient Tree Temple. And surprisingly, the Xia region performed the best. The Z team from the Imperial capital had already reached the first boss, but they also stopped there. These guys are destined to remain little brothers. Sumu lay back into the game pod and turned his ring. As soon as he logged in, Tingxue Wanner walked toward him. "Would God, why are you still level 9? You used to be far ahead of us." Sumu explained, "Hey, I just took a break. Looks like Rich Girl Wanner used quite a lot of level up potions. All right, I have some green gear and white skill books. Do you want them?" Tingxue Wanner replied directly, "Of course. Thanks to your resources, our Tingxue group has developed quite well. Would God, once I reach level 10, I plan to go to the ancient Tree Temple. Are you coming? I have internal guides. If you join our team, I guarantee you can find the first boss smoothly." Hearing this, Su Mu teased, "Do you have legs for me to touch?" He thought. It seemed the Z team's current intel had already been reported to the higher-ups. In his eyes, that intel was garbage, but with Jiang Wan's special identity, getting first-hand information was natural. "Don't worry, in our Tingxue group, the beautiful sisters depend on your own ability. But I'm only interested in you." And indeed, Su Mu was only interested in her. Tingxue Wan'er shyly said, "Back to business. As long as you join our team, whenever someone develops a new route for the mechanisms later, I can get the information and share it with you. Also, I can give you 30% of the dungeon rewards." Su Mu thought for a moment. "I see." With such confidence, the official power behind Tingshue's sponsoring company was truly strong. To recruit me, she really went all out, even revealing this kind of information. The dungeon intel that the entire world wants really is priceless, but I don't seem very interested. Tingxue Wan'er froze. "Why? What did you say?" "Miss Wan'er, I suggest you focus on leveling first. Even at level 10, don't enter the dungeon. You won't beat it." "All right, I'm gonna farm mobs. See you." Tingxue Wan'er watched Su Mu leave and murmured, "This guy doesn't even get tempted by this? I have intel, strength, and my team is full of well-equipped beauties, and he still refused me? There's no better option than us. He's planning to solo the dungeon?" 1 hour later, the public chat became lively again because Su Mu had wiped out all the monsters. Players asked him where he was heading next, so they could avoid the area. Anywhere Su Mu went, nothing was left alive. Su Mu cooperated and would notify them in advance where he planned to go. Just like that, Su Mu reached level 10. He quickly went to the village chief's house. "Village chief, I want to create a guild." The village chief raised 3 fingers. "Warrior, I knew I didn't misjudge you. A warrior is outstanding as he must create his own guild. You're the big boss. Now, 300,000 gold coins, card or cash. Either create it or get lost." The village chief cracked sunflower seeds again, and Su Mu almost cursed. This was basically robbing the warrior. If you want to be the boss, early investment is a must. This time, Su Mu didn't want to rely on anyone. He wanted to establish his own guild and recruit strong players to become his assistants. Heart aching, Su Mu confirmed the creation. He named the guild Fengshen Valley, meaning the Valley of Ascension, the place where gods are made. Fengshen Valley would become a major force guarding Huaxia when Apocalypse descended. Tingxue Wan'er and her group also received the message that Su Mu had created a guild. Since it was the world's first guild system, it was announced globally. Tingxue Wan'er didn't expect Su Mu to act even faster than them. It seems Su Mu also wanted to be the boss, but he indeed had the strength. Of course, Sister Yumu also received this announcement. The Madman Guild also saw it. A subordinate said, "Boss, didn't expect that kid to create a guild first." Mad God of War replied calmly, "Ignore him. Our Madman Guild will be the strongest." At this moment, Su Mu had already received over 1,000 guild applications, all of which he rejected. A guild usually had only 50 slots, so he considered using the guild blessing reward the system gave him earlier. Guild blessings gave random buff stats, lasting 24 hours. The first refresh every day was free. Subsequent ones required gold or contribution points. This time, he was lucky and got a 5% dodge boost. Pretty sweet. Su Mu found the blacksmith. "Blacksmith bro, give me 2 normal identification scrolls." The blacksmith replied bluntly, 200 gold. Su Mu felt he was being stingy. Just because the apothecary liked talking to him? The blacksmith's vision was too narrow. The identificated flame war triple set pieces were all purple quality, but Su Mu felt the escape effect was an insult to him. Still, the stats were good. He decided to get a helmet to complete the 3-piece set for better effects. So he used the world horn to broadcast his purchase request. That instantly poked a hornet's nest. Countless private messages came in with all sorts of weird reasons. People flirting, crazy fans, players begging to hug his thigh. Su Mu was numb. Some even sent explosive bro-love messages, which disgusted Su Mu completely. He definitely wasn't into that. Then finally, one normal message appeared. Su Mu didn't expect a level 2 assassin to loot a level 10 purple item. Was this guy an absolute luck god? But the next second he realized he was being played. Sumu felt the guy was sick. Why the hell message him if you're not selling? He didn't expect this assassin to be even better at mind games than he was. Sumu was about to block him. Laughable. Who did this guy think Sumu was? Never seen the world? Trying to enter Fengshan Valley with just a purple item? What a rookie. But the next second, Sumu froze because the assassin sent. Can I join your guild? If you let me in, I'll give it to you for free. Congratulations, player code 13 has joined Fengshan Valley as a new member. A real man can bend and stretch. Sumu, this sly fox, smirked in his heart. His plan was to recruit only players ranked on the memory leaderboard, quality over quantity. And he had never even heard of code 13. Maybe take the item, let him get the guild blessing buff, then kick him. But Fengshan Valley was the #1 guild now. Having some standards made sense. Hi, boss. Boss, I'm here. Boss Sarangi. Sumu want to crawl into a hole. Should he just kick him now? The guy definitely couldn't beat him anyway. But code 13 was a non-stop chatterbox. Boss, why are there only 2 people in our guild? Sumu laughed inwardly. Just wait, kid. Soon this guild will only have 1 person left. The world is harsh. Hope you understand. Code 13 continued. Why does our guild have so little money? Let me top up a bit. After a few clicks, the guild funds shot up to 10.5 million. Sumu stuttered. How much? This guy donated 10 million in one go. Was he insane? Code 13 even bragged. So annoying, I can only donate 1 million at a time. Boss, you go ahead and top up 10 million first. If it's not enough, call me. Sumu immediately grabbed his hand enthusiastically. Go claim the guild blessing first. It can roll for attributes. Sumu felt he was too low-visioned earlier. Just like the ancient lore who kept 3,000 guests, everyone had value. A player like Code 13, who made such huge contributions, was truly a blessing. We're bottom lines. They're meant to be broken. After getting the helmet, his 3-piece set was finally complete. The set effect was Lifesaver, which meant a 50% chance to avoid death within 1 hour. Even though he'd be left with just 1 HP, that was often enough for a clutch comeback. 1 HP reversal. Scared yet? Cooldown skills were priceless for every class. Now Sumu had 4 purple items and 1 orange item. It was time to challenge the ancient tomb temple dungeon. Code 13 was really a chatterbox. Sumu muted him for 1 hour. Don't rush, I'll carry you. This dungeon is hard, so I need to prepare. But you need to level up first. Being level 6 is trash. Boss, yes sir. I'll hire a power leveling team right now. Then Tingshu Awana received Sumu's dungeon invite. Party entry requirement. 200,000 gold. She was shocked. Sumu said, long leg miss, have you decided? Want to hop on the bus and pay your fare? Tingshu Awana asked, you're joking, right? You really think you can clear it? Everyone is stuck on the first boss. When it's near death, it enters berserk mode and no one can survive that hit. I'm trying to build a full heal support just to tank that one strike. What's your plan? Sumu cut her off rudely. That's because you're weak. Anyway, if you want to team with me, bring your ticket and meet me at 9. Guaranteed clear. Tingshu Awana questioned. And if we don't clear it? Sumu replied confidently. There is no if. Tell you what, if we fail, I'll refund everything. But if we clear it, I get to touch. The rest of the sentence was censored. After saying that, Sumu ran away fast. Wanna miss? Don't blow up. I'm kidding. See you later. Half a day later, Wanner and Code 13 arrived at the meeting point. With the power of money, Code 13 had reached level 7. He instantly turned into a pig bro. Damn, this beautiful girl is also on our team? Boss, want me to introduce myself? Hello, beauty, to get familiar with combat. Maybe we can first get Fami. Sumu grabbed him by the collar. If you're that free, go scream a few recruitment messages. Wanna miss? Welcome to the party. Wanner felt that maybe, just maybe, she really could clear the dungeon with Sumu. Code 13 grabbed a physical horn and yelled, Would God is here. Dungeon first kill. 200k gold. Only 2 slots left. First come, first served. Mu and the others were stunned. Was this guy's intelligence undeveloped? Using a real horn is not what world horn means. Soon the public chat exploded with messages about Mu carrying players. That dungeon is insanely hard. Guaranteeing first kill? Wood God must be scamming. Why is Wood God only level 10? I'm level 11 already. 200k per slot? Only an idiot would go. Tingshu Awaner felt embarrassed hearing the comments. How about giving both slots to me? I'll bring my friends. We can refund anyway, no loss. And explore together sounds fun. Mu didn't care. Money's the same. Anyone is fine, except players from the Mad God of War Guild. Soon her two sisters arrived, a level 10 mage and a level 11 warrior. Code 13 enthusiastically said, "Ladies, our boss is super strong. Just lie down and enjoy the carry." Tingshu Shasha laughed. "You're a funny little assassin. Lie down. More like we'll all get knocked down." Clearly, they did not believe what God could do it. Then Code 13 turned to Mu. "Boss, can I show off a bit?" Mu had no idea what he meant. Suddenly, the entire screen was filled with Code 13's horn messages. Each horn cost 1,000 gold. This lunatic blasted 1,000 horns in one go. Bro, was that necessary? If you're that rich, just give the money to me instead. Everyone was stunned. They soon reached the dungeon entrance, where many players had gathered. Seeing Code 13 was only level 7, and an assassin, people scoffed. What use is he? Even a random archer would be better. Wood God is carrying rich clients. Who cares about class level? Fine, I'll say it here. If Wood God gets the first kill, I'll livestream myself eating crap. But Wood God looks so calm. Could he really do it? Tingshua girls are beautiful, all different styles. As soon as they entered, Code 13 screamed like a noob seeing the world for the first time. Holy crap, this place is huge. Tingshua Shasha told him to shut up. But Code 13 continued asking Mu, "Boss, the internet says the first stage is a maze. If we don't know the right order of stone doors, we'll be stuck forever. How do we move?" Tingshua Shasha asked, "Captain, wanting to tell you the route? Since you claim you'll get us the first kill, why not lead us straight to the first boss?" Mu replied directly, "How about you walk your route, and I walk mine?" Tingshua Shasha got annoyed. "And you still charge 200k per slot? You're even lower level than me. Charging to carry a run? If the guild leader didn't tell me to join, I wouldn't have come." Mu wasn't going to pamper her. If she didn't like it, she could quit any time. But if she quit on her own, the money would not be refunded. Code 13 stepped forward. "Ladies, my boss said first kill means first kill. He told you to lie down and enjoy the carry. We people sure talk a lot." Tingshua Shasha exploded. "You're a level 7 assassin with full white gear. You're the weakest one here." They soon reached a deep ravine with a blood-red waterfall, full of clawing monsters. Code 13 shivered. "Damn, this blood smell is too realistic. Why did the art style suddenly turn horror?" Tingshua Wana warned, "Careful. There are blood fiends behind the waterfall. They're fast and hard to hit. Every team got wiped here. Even the Z team struggled." Mu replied casually, "Relax. As long as you don't attack them, they won't do anything. This path is a free ride." After walking a while, the girls realized Mu was right. The blood fiends looked scary but didn't attack. But how would God know all this? They soon reached another maze. "Ladies, believe it now? Just follow my boss and lie down." As soon as they entered, they saw bones scattered all over the ground. Code 13 joked, "These bones won't revive, right?" As if answering him, the bones began to shake. Tingshua Shasha snapped, "You damn jinx." The bones assembled into murderous skeleton soldiers. These skeleton soldiers were level 7 mobs and immediately rushed to attack, jaws wide open. Tingshua Shasha swung her sword and shouted, "We from Tingshua Little Pigs aren't pushovers." She used Swift Slash on a skeleton soldier. The skeleton froze, then its eyes glowed red. Shasha quickly raised her shield in panic, but the skeleton's HP and defense were absurdly high. Tingshua Wana ordered Little Rabbit to help. A fireball hit, dealing normal damage. Shasha swung again, chopping one skeleton soldier's spine in half. But another skeleton struck Shasha's shoulder with a sword. Warner immediately healed her. Little Rabbit activated Frost Blossom Dance. She despairingly realized the skeleton's defense was too high. She couldn't deal real damage. Frost Blossom Dance was quickly broken. Damn it! Why are there so many of these things? Would God, you liar! You said you'd carry us. Sumu felt they had been taught enough. Don't worry. I'll step in now. Then came his show-off moment. A fireball fell, dealing insane damage, 6 times Little Rabbit's output. Frost Blossom Dance reappeared in Sumu's hands, instantly freezing the skeletons into ice statues. Then flames rained down, cremating the skeleton soldiers instantly. Tingxue Shasha was stunned. Holy, is that damage even legal? Normal hits over 1,000, crits over 3,000. This is insane. Monsters this hard getting deleted so easily. Maybe he really could get the first kill. In Sumu's memory, skeleton soldiers had no elemental resistance, so they weren't hard to kill. Please help pick up the loot, thanks. All the items in the chat log automatically went to Sumu. Tingxue Shasha pointed at him angrily. Hey, would God, you set the loot mode to captain distribution? That's so dirty. I'm very short on money. Anyway, you girls fought well just now. Very brave. Really? Tingxue Warner felt a bit crushed. The gap between us is way too big. Tingxue Shasha snapped. Don't think I can't hear that sarcastic tone. Code 13 added, good teamwork, ladies. Keep it up, and don't complain. See how worth the money is? Tingxue Shasha cursed, TSK. You bootlicker. Today I've finally seen what a real bootlicker looks like. They reached a region where ice and fire overlapped. Tingxue Warner said, this isn't the route the Z team used. As soon as they stepped into the ice, fire zone, Tingxue Shasha and Tingxue Little Rabbit panicked. No way. Are we supposed to jump down? Are you kidding? We'll die. Before she finished, Sumu already dashed off. You don't need to jump. I'll go alone. Be back in 5 minutes. Warner, lend me your shield. Sumu leaped straight toward the magma zone. But instead of sinking into the lava, he floated on top of it, darting around on the molten surface like it was nothing. With Frost Blossom Dance assisting him, he gained even more footholds. Where's with God going? No idea. But he seems to know where the monsters spawn. How does he know this place so well? Don't tell me this isn't his first time? Code 13 proudly declared, you guys don't get it. My boss is always the most badass. Sumu then arrived at a special place. This was exactly his destination. Using Frost Blossom Dance, he froze that ball of flames and extracted it. When he returned, he was holding something glowing gold in his arms, and the timing was exactly 5 minutes. Tingxue Warner was extremely curious. What did you bring back? Acting all mysterious. Must be a treasure you want to keep for yourself. Sumu didn't talk nonsense. He simply opened his palm, revealing a golden little chick. What is this? A chick? The report never mentioned this item. What does it do? You'll know soon. Come on, let's head to the ice, snow zone to fight the boss. Soon, they reached a frozen world. Because of the terrain, their movement speed dropped by 5%, and healing potions were only 80% effective. Suddenly, the ice began to crack. They knew the boss had arrived. With a boom, several steel-like tentacles burst out of the ice. It turned out to be a level 10 human-face centipede with 15,000 HP and 50% resistance to water element damage. It only needed to eat 9,999 more humans to take full human form. Then it let out a furious roar. Everyone clutched their heads. It was clearly a sonic attack. Sumu charged out first. Focus and disrupted. Spread out. A fireball shot out, dealing over 3,000 damage instantly. The human-face centipede wasn't weak. It countered with a breath attack. Fortunately, the damage wasn't high, and Sumu slipped aside using Wind Shadow. Sumu said, I'll take the aggro. The boss has water-type immunity. Mages don't use Frostflower Waltz. Warriors look for a chance to strike its abdomen. Roger. Code 13 asked what he could do. Tingxue Shasha mocked. You're a paper-thin assassin. Stand aside and don't make trouble. The human-faced centipede began charging energy, firing an energy cannon straight at Sumu. Luckily, he dodged. If that hit him with his current HP and defense, he would have been nearly dead. At that moment, the system force-issued a mission. Clear Ancient Wood God Temple with 0 damage taken. Sumu felt the system was even more wicked than he was. That meant he couldn't take even a single hit, not even lose 1 drop of HP. Tingxue Shasha didn't let him down. Nice. Hitting the abdomen caused 3-second stagger. Burst now. Code 13 also wanted to rush in and slice twice for fun. Stagger time's over. Watch the tail swipe. Tingxue Shasha hurried to block with her sword. Code 13 bolted. Hey, don't chase me. I didn't even hit you. Don't you touch me. The human face centipede unleashed extreme frost storm. Tingxue Wana warned everyone to be careful. Sumu shouted, spread out. Its aggro is on me. Several icy tornadoes rushed straight towards Sumu. At this moment, he lived up to his title of the fastest man. Dodging through dense ice spikes, Sumu counterattacked, and the centipede's HP dropped visibly. The human face centipede now had only 750 HP left. Tingxue Wana shouted anxiously, would God. It's going berserk. As soon as she finished, the centipede entered blood frenzy mode. Countless small centipedes crawled out of the ground. But instead of attacking them, the smaller centipedes crawled onto the main one. They assembled into a giant spherical mass. Tingxue Shasha screamed, damn, this is bad. It's still in berserk mode. The centipede sphere now had an attack of 3,000, a ridiculous defense of 10,000, and even damage reduction immunity. On top of that, its skill Ultimate Storm hits the entire battlefield. Tingxue Shasha said in fear, doesn't this mean the whole map will be covered? There's nowhere to hide. Z-Squad was wiped here. Are we going to... Code 13, full of blind confidence, said, afraid of what? With my boss here, he'll kill it in seconds. You girls just lie down and watch. Then, countless beams burst out from the human face centipede sphere. No, should be tens of thousands. The overwhelming barrage left them nowhere to dodge. Meanwhile, Sumu threw out the golden chick. Go, Pikachu! With a sharp chirp, golden light exploded from the chick's body. Tingxue Wana and the others quickly covered their eyes. In the next second, a giant golden rooster stood in front of them. The centipede's attacks hit its body with metallic clangs. Holy, it blocked everything. So this was the secret of the first boss. We wiped in times, and this is the answer? This is bullying. I'm about to have a heart attack. Boss is too damn smart. Chicken bro mighty. The human face centipede's berserk state was dispelled, and it entered a weakened state. This was what Sumu had been waiting for. One fireball dropped it to 0 HP. But it wasn't over. Another meteor fire fell from the sky, smashing the corpse to pieces. Congratulations, warriors, for killing the human face centipede. Sumu looked at the loot in shock. A purple item dropped. Then the system asked whether to pick up Frostglass skirt. Loot mode. Leader distribution. Leader may take or auction purple grade items. Tingxue Wana said, that warlock purple, I want it. I'll pay 50,000. Tingxue Shasha said excitedly, nice luck. First boss already drops gear Wana can use. Code 13 cut in. Hold on, I bid 100,000. Tingxue Shasha cursed. Do you even know how to play? It's for a warlock. Why are you bidding? Tingxue Xiaodu said, big brother, you can't use it anyway, let me have it. Code 13 looked at Xiaodu and commented, legs, 90 points. Face, also 90 points. But he still didn't plan to give up. This gear really suits you, but I'm still taking it. Yesterday, Code 13 met a cute little warlock girl and planned to gift this item to her. Tingxue Shasha pointed at him. Are you serious? You're wearing trash tier white gear, and you want to chase girls with a purple item? Hearing this, Sumu sighed, damn, a real playboy. I'll open an auction. Bid if you want it. The two began crazily bidding. In Code 13 finally offered 200. He asked Sumu, boss, the auction money all goes to you, right? Sumu replied, the gear is mine, so the money is mine. Got it, boss. Miss, even though your legs are long and you look great, unfortunately I met you one day too late. And honestly, I don't think you and your friend admire my boss enough. So, I bid 500,000. 500,000 gold. Are you insane? Tingshu Awaner gave up. Forget it. That's way overpriced. If I really want it, I can farm another one later. Tingshu Shasha added. So this is what rich people's happiness looks like? Spending 500k gold just to woo a girl you've seen once in-game? He must be sick. Code 13 said proudly, Hee boss, take the money. I'll take the gear. Thanks for the business. Sumu thought this guy is absolutely a whale. Why didn't I hear about him in my past life? Someone like him is perfect for guild finance. Then Sumu cleared his throat. Let's move. Next boss ahead. More good stuff waiting. Moments later, Sumu placed his hand on a stone door, which lit up with a cross-shaped glow. As the door opened, a wide open area came into view. Sumu knew the boss area was just ahead. No mobs in this stage, but the boss has a special mechanic. Each of you stand under a pillar. Don't move, don't attack. I'll trigger the mechanic. Act only after my signal. Tingshu Awaner told him to be careful. Tingshu Shasha felt the mood was weird. Not to be rude, but why do you two look like a sweet couple right now? Sumu slowly walked toward the small hut. At that moment, the system displayed a message. This hut was once the residence of the temple builders. It also serves as the entry to the inner sanctum. On the day the temple was completed, people celebrated here. However, it seemed they touched something they shouldn't have and were cursed by an evil force. All 48 workers were sealed inside the hut. Sumu gently pushed the door open. Purple-black mist drifted out, rushing toward him instantly, and rustling noises echoed from within. Code 13 was already trembling from afar. Hey, did you guys hear something weird? Tingshu Shasha mocked him. Little assassin is scared? Who's scared? I'm just afraid you might get scared, so I'm chatting with you. Tingshu Shasha teased him again. Coward. You're scared of this? What are you doing playing Apocalypse? It's an ultra-realistic game. Tingshu Shasha suddenly leaned close behind him. Did you notice that path in the maze just now? An entire room full of loser ghosts. Look, they're right behind you. Code 13 nearly died of fright on the spot. Tingshu Awaner said, stop messing around. I did hear something earlier, like a lot of people talking, but I couldn't make out the words. Be careful. I don't think the second stage is that simple. The system said those 48 workers merged. After Sumu entered, aside from the floating purple-black energy, there was nothing else. Suddenly, a sound came from behind a tightly shut door. Sumu sensed the monsters here had some intelligence, and their spawn locations weren't fixed. If the system weren't so cruel, forcing him to clear the stage without taking damage, he wouldn't need to be this cautious. Suddenly, a human head let out a furious roar. The door panel was blasted off. It was a level 9 cursed worker. Sumu instantly rewarded him with a fireball. Holy crap, too damn close. I almost got hit. Then more thudding sounds came from inside, followed by several mutated humans rushing out. Sumu was about to use a skill, but the footsteps multiplied rapidly. Within just 2 seconds, he was surrounded. Sumu was stunned. What the hell? Weren't these monsters supposed to come out one room at a time? Not daring to hesitate, Sumu cast Frost Dance to freeze all of them. Why did they all get alerted at once? Is it because my damage is too high and triggered instant kills? Indoor space is too small, but I can't leave the hut, or the monsters will reset. Although his damage was enough to clear everything, being surrounded meant he might get hit, and the vow mission would fail if he lost even a single HP. What to do? Wait, there was another way. He instantly summoned a clone. The clone lasted 5 minutes and had half of his stats. 2 Sumu's attacked together. The main body could one-shot with a single fireball, but the clone needed 2. Even with half damage, the clone barely managed to slow the monsters down. After a round of non-stop blasting, Sumu's mana was nearly empty, and there were still several monsters left. He glanced at his clone. Brother, sorry in advance. The clone froze in confusion, then got kicked right on the butt. A second later, several monsters grabbed it and tore into it. I may not be human, but you're the real dog. Sumu chugged a mana potion and, taking advantage of the clone drawing aggro, froze all the remaining monsters in one sweep. He felt ridiculously clever. Kill count reached. Phase P2 activated. The next second, the monsters began to writhe. The scene turned eerie as gurgling noises spilled from their mouths. They had begun merging. Sumu knew this process couldn't be interrupted. If it was, every monster he'd killed would revive, forcing him to clear them again. And if he didn't reach the required kill count within 10 minutes, it would infinitely revive and eventually drain players to death. Sumu stepped back several paces, now outside the hut. The gurgling continued. He knew very well. Any team lacking firepower couldn't even trigger the merge mechanic, let alone kill the boss. This dungeon was practically made to scare off beginners. Code 13 told Tingxue Shasha, boss is up ahead. Remember, later you must not move from the spot he tells you. Even if monsters rush at you, don't run. Tingxue Shasha asked, what if we get killed? Still don't run. Boss's orders are absolute. Just listen. Weak and noisy, that's you. Wana was speechless. Shasha was furious. Ni shut up for 1 minute, Xingbu. Clearly you're the lowest level, the weakest, worst gear, and the loudest. At that moment, a loud crash erupted outside the stone pillars. Through the thick smoke, countless limbs writhed and twisted. The fused aberration appeared, a massive flesh ball made of countless bodies, with a staggering 28,000 HP. The four of them broke into cold sweat. What the hell is that? That's disgusting. Is this even considered a monster? Look, it has a revived state. When hit, it has a 25% chance to recover half its HP, up to 3 times per hour. The fused creature roared, and rubble flew everywhere. Sumu ran while attacking, forced to use an S-shaped dodge pattern to deal with it. This boss had insane tenacity. Even with Sumu's crit rate, landing a critical hit was difficult. Suddenly, the fused creature extended a massive, elongated hand toward him. Tingxue Waner shouted, Mu God, watch out. Sumu fired a fireball and quickly dodged aside. He almost forgot. Its blood is corrosive. He needed to lure it toward the pillars fast. Otherwise, its revivability would make all damage meaningless. More long arms shot toward him, forcing him to throw several fireballs in response. Sumu warned, careful. Its blood deals toxic damage. Can't be healed. As the claws neared Code, 13 screamed and climbed to the top of a pillar, while Shasha and Xiaodu started fighting back. Code 13 almost got grabbed. His soul nearly jumped out of his body. At the last second, that long arm was frozen solid. Saved. Thank goodness boss acted in time. The sky filled with flying ice spikes as Sumu's staff kept channeling energy, releasing even more frost bolts. Suddenly, several giant feet stomped toward Sumu. Countless hands lunged toward the pillars. Frost Dance activated again, freezing every limb instantly. Everyone was stunned. The monster behind Sumu looked far more horrifying than they expected. 2 giant hands closed in from both sides. Code 13 stuttered, B-boss, The girls also screamed, Mu God dodge. Sumu truly lived up to being the fastest. Wind Shadow activated, and the creature struck nothing but air. Sumu shouted, right now attack. The group simultaneously poured spirit energy into the pillars. A pillar of purple light soared upward. Sumu told them to stand inside the array and not move. The next second, a massive spirit sigil appeared in the sky. Countless beams of light rained upon the monster. It let out a shrill, agonized scream as purple lightning crackled wildly across its body. Code 13 gasped, these effects are insane. I can't believe this is just a game. Tingxue Shasha was just as shocked. I've only ever seen this kind of scene on a screen, and now I'm inside it. Totally worth it. Just then, Tingxue Waner pointed ahead. Look, the boss just gained a buff. Beginner Purple Seal. Ignores all status effects and applies a soul break suppression to targets inside the formation for 30 seconds. Its revive effect won't work inside the dun. Full damage. Victory is ours. Roger. Let's go. All kinds of attacks blasted onto the monster. The deadliest one was Falling Firestorm. The monster got blown up so hard its own mom wouldn't recognize it. Its HP bar was emptied in no time. Code 13 cheered, "Boss, you're insane." Whoa, we even took the second boss handbrake down. Tingxue Xiaodu exhaled. Finally, or I wouldn't even be able to eat later. Suddenly, Tingxue Wanner shouted, "Something's wrong. The corpse is moving." Code 13 panicked. The next second, the monster broke apart into many human figures. They all dropped to their knees before Sumu. "Thank you, warrior, for freeing us from the darkness. We know we committed unforgivable sins, and we've already faced our punishment. Thank you again for granting us release. These are all the riches we have. May they help you." Gems, coins, necklaces piled up, and 2 purple glowing treasure chests. Code 13 gasped, 2 purples again. Sumu also felt the drops were great. He opened a chest and froze. Frostglass belt, frostglass blood. Xia and Xiaodu stared. His luck was beyond ridiculous. Code 13 brag, "Boss, insane luck. Frostglass 3-piece set complete. I give this to that cute mage girl. She'll totally fall for me. Ha." Sumu cleared his throat. I'll just start the auction." Code 13 immediately shouted, 50,000 gold. Wanner waved it off. "I don't need the set. With 150,000 I can buy several of them. Only idiots take this price." Code 13 still preening. "Good. If you wanted it, I'd raise my bid again." Tingxue Xia snapped. "You really don't treat money like money." Sumu was speechless. Only one female mage in the party, and none of the 3 mage items went to her. Wanner's mentality is going to collapse at this rate. What kind of creature is this guy? He searched through memories from his previous life, but found nothing about Code 13. Let's move on to the next stage. They followed the stone steps downward. Both sides were lined with ancient, eerie murals. These might be recording real events from long ago. The system prompt appeared, warning, "You have entered the inner hall of the ancient wood temple. This is the only path to the rear hall. Any believer who wishes to worship must complete the trial. Failure means tasting death." They arrived at a grand hall filled with Serpent Man statues. Friendly tip 1. Do not make eye contact with a faceless lamia. Friendly tip 2. Death in this area allows unlimited respawns, and no items or EXP will drop. Code 13 said, "Boss, unlimited respawn? Doesn't that make this super easy? Even if we die, we won't reset to stage 1. This has to be a welfare stage." Tingxue Xia snapped back, "You 2 idiots. Even small mobs here have broken stats. How could this be welfare? Naive." Code 13 shot back immediately like you know anything. "Weak and noisy. Boss, do we need preset positions again?" Tingxue Xia almost killed him on the spot. Sumu said, "In this stage, you're on your own. I can't help you." Code 13 froze. "Huh? Do you know what unlimited respawn actually means?" They all shook their heads. Unlimited respawn means unlimited deaths first. If you keep following me, you won't even experience the game. This time, you're going in yourselves. Enjoy it properly. Code 13 trembled. "Boss, enjoy my ass. I just want to get a World Channel first kill once in my life." A swarm of serpent mobs crawled out. Level 8 dust serpents. Gale Slash, Frost Dance, and Fireball exploded among them. Damn, these snakes even auto-regenerate HP. Sumu narrowed his eyes. Even he couldn't one-shot them. This regeneration skill is annoying. Then another wave of falling firestorm dropped. Code 13 screamed, "You stinky snake. I'll fight you." "Arg, that hurts." Tingxue Wanna healed him. Code 13 immediately perked up. "Yes. Thank you, long-legged miss. You're kinda nice." Ha ha ha. With their teamwork, the first wave was cleared. Then a tornado formed, pulling all serpent pieces into it. With a loud snap, Stage 3 boss, Faceless Lamia, appeared. Sumu instantly shut his eyes and warned them not to look, but it was too late. "What? I can't see. I can't move." Their HP began dropping at 100 per second, as if sinking into endless agony. Code 13 screamed first and died. Then Tingxue Xia and the others followed. 1 second later, Code 13 respawned, then died again immediately. Stop reviving me. I'm gonna puke. Is this really a game? It won't stop. Why is the realism so damn high? Damn it. I'm losing it. I can't handle this. Sumu stepped in front of the faceless Lamia. All right, everyone close your eyes and step back. So, how's the fun of Apocalypse now? Steamrolling all the way isn't fun at all. Code 13 mentally collapsed. Boss, I admit it. I'm weak and talk too much. Next time, please, just carry me. Tingxue Xiaodu said nervously. I also think paying for Wood God's taxi ride was worth it. Sumu's expression changed. Careful. The boss is about to complete its metamorphosis. Get ready. Open your eyes and enter combat. They all gasped, sweat dripping down their faces. This boss is way too ugly. There are two tiny snakes crawling out of its nostrils. Its HP was a massive 50,000, an elite monster. Sumu warned again. Keep distance. Use range skills. Code 13 felt embarrassed. He was an assassin with 0 range skills. The faceless Lamia dodged Sumu's attacks with surprising agility. But Tingxue Xiaodu's strike actually hit it. The Lamia wasn't easy prey either. It spat a mouthful of venom. Sumu shouted, "Watch out! Shasha, protect the healer." Assassins fall back 30 meters. He grabbed Tingxue Xiaodu and retreated using Wind Shadow. Shasha cast a spirit barrier, protecting herself and Tingxue Wanner. Sumu continued dodging skillfully while keeping Tingxue Xiaodu safe. Code 13 hid smartly in a corner. Sumu summoned a clone to hold the line. A fireball hit the Lamia, making it bare its fangs. Sumu shouted, "Xiaodu, freeze assist." A confused Tingxue Xiaodu quickly responded, okay. A barrage of skills rained down, leaving the Lamia unable to fight back. Its HP dropped by half in no time. Then the two eyes on its forehead began to merge. It let out a furious roar. Sumu said, "Not good. It's casting 10,000 snake capture." The next second, countless tiny snakes shot at them like a storm of arrows. Sumu felt something off. He had farmed this boss countless times in his past life, and the trigger rate of this skill was extremely low. Did the devs change the settings? The Snake Swarm Valley is endless. Unless the whole team goes full firepower, you can't kill them all. No, I need a plan. Sumu glanced at his clone and chuckled. Sorry, brother, gonna need your sacrifice. Human cannon, launch. With that, he kicked the clone in the butt. Brother, it's all on you now. Succeed or die trying. The clone flew straight into the faceless Lamia's mouth. The others were stunned. Did Wood God just sell out his teammate? You can even play like this? This game's freedom is insane. What the heck is human cannon? Sumu snapped, "Don't space out, hit it while it's weak." DPS. Everyone unleashed another wave of attacks. Sumu knew the clone could only last 3 more seconds. Sure enough, the next second the Lamia crushed the clone. Countless tiny snakes shot out again. Ignore the snakes. Dodge as much as you can and keep attacking. The boss is almost dead, finish it, but all Sumu's speed skills were on cooldown. Even taking 1 point of damage would fail his vow quest. And there were too many snakes, nowhere left to dodge. If that's the case, I'll bet everything. Fireball cast. The Lamia had only a sliver of HP left. A tiny snake grew huge in Sumu's vision. He thought he was done for. Tingxue Wanner and the others were terrified. Xiaodu cast Frostfeather Waltz just in time, stopping the snake 0.01 centimeters before hitting Sumu. And Sumu's fireball crit. The Lamia collapsed unwillingly. Sumu let out a long breath. I won. A brilliant glow spread across the ground. Gems, gold, and chests everywhere. Seems like good luck today. Damn, that scared me. Xiaodu really saved the day. Sumu patted Xiaodu's head. Thanks, Xiaodu. Not bad at all. Hee, let's check the loot. Code 13 asked, Boss, what's this crimson scale for? Sumu replied, it boosts equipment enhancement success rate. A treasure you can't even buy. Suddenly, a strange sound caught their attention. They all looked toward the stone gate. The gate slowly opened, a cold wind rushing out. The system voice sounded. The temple gate has opened. Worshipping the statue is the highest honor for those who pass the trials. Code 13 asked, "Boss, is this the final stage?" Sumu nodded. "Yeah, the last one. The statue is in the rear hall. Anyone who shows disrespect will be killed." Behind the gate stood the terror of Sumu's past life, the culprit of the first massacre, creator of mountains of corpses, the star-destroying god, Apophis. "Boss, you cleared 3 stages alone. Aren't you tired?" Sumu looked confused. "Why? You want to handle stage 4? Code 13 panicked. "Wah, no way. We can't even beat stage 1. Kihei." Sumu ignored him. "There's no time limit here. Everyone rest and wait for cooldowns." He sat down first. Code 13 pointed at Tingshu Awaner. "Hey, long-legged mage, go give my boss a shoulder rub. He's tired." Tingshu Shasha exploded. "What? Do you even have manners? Waner, the dignified leader of Tingshu Pavilion, and you want her to massage a man?" Code 13 didn't care at all. "Or else. Hurry up, unless you girls want to clear the 4th stage yourselves." Wana looked troubled. Tingshu Bunny protested, "No way. Waner's sister is not going. Don't even think about it." Tingshu Shasha raised her sword, ready to chop him. "You really want to die, huh?" Even Sumu couldn't help giving Code 13 a thumbs up. Saying that out loud took guts. But imagining that scene did look kind of nice. Sumu even drooled a little. Tingshu Shasha was furious. "You stop right there. Hey, you big nag. So petty. Who are you calling a nag? I'll kill you. Hee, come catch me then." They passed through the spirit barrier, and the scene before them left everyone stunned. What happened here? The statue is gone? Code 13 said. They hyped up that sacred statue in stage 3, saying any disrespect will be punished. Are they kidding us? The moment he finished speaking, a bolt of thunder exploded across the sky. It scared him so badly his diaper got wet. Sumu looked at him with disgust. The girls didn't even scream. "You're a grown man. Have some dignity." Just then, a giant claw reached out. With a loud boom, the ground shook violently, showing just how massive the creature was. It was a Western dragon, but its entire body was covered in blood, and no one knew how it got injured. It was actually a demigod, tier, Earth Black dragon. It had originally been an Earth Black flood dragon, but by chance obtained a trace of Yinglong bloodline, evolved into a true dragon, and became the mount of the temple's master, guarding the statue within the inner hall. Code 13 was stunned. "Holy, a dragon! It's a dragon." The black dragon asked, "Are you the master's believers?" Sumu pounded his chest. "Yes, we are true believers. Heaven and gods can testify." The others echoed, Right. We're loyal believers. 100% authentic. You must avenge the master. Any disrespect shall be punished. With one will descending. None of you shall allow the abyssal relic to be taken." Then the earth-black dragon opened its giant jaws, gathering a blue light inside. "Receive my baptism." In the next instant, a light shield appeared on everyone. Earth-black dragon's power, HP and mana plus 10,000, attack plus 1,000, defense and speed plus 500, critical rate plus 50%. Code 13 shouted excitedly, "Boss, I think I'm strong now." "No, you're not." Meanwhile, the system prompted, "The fallen temple, even the black dragon is dying. And the one behind everything is the destroyer god Apophis, the tyrant from the stars." Sumu thought, even with the Earth Black Dragon's massive buff, this stage's mechanics are too complicated. Explaining to newbies is troublesome, and if they misoperate, they'll be controlled. With such crazy stats, one mistake means team wipe. To complete the hidden quest, he must not fail. Looks like he'll have to face it alone. Code 13, high-spirited, yelled, "Kill. Let's slaughter that Apophis." With a swoosh, a gigantic greatsword appeared. The Earth Black Dragon's head was split in two. Then it flew high into the air. The giant sword stabbed fiercely into the ground. The dragon's severed head fell beside it. With a thunderous boom, a horned man appeared on top of the dragon's corpse. Sumu and the others all wore the same expression. Then the Earth Black Dragon's massive body also crashed to the ground. This is the destroyer, god Apophis? If not for the Black Dragon's barrier, we would have been one shot by that. Ape whatever fies. Then Sumu said, "Don't take a single step out of this shield." "Wait, boss, you're not planning to solo this big boss, right? Our stats are pretty strong too. We can fight with you." Tingshu as Shasha snorted, "Fine. Even though you charged us money. This lady is willing to fight with you now. That bastard killed the Black Dragon. I'm taking revenge for him." Hearing this, Sumu paused. If, after Apocalypse descends, everyone could still stand united like this, how great that would be. "Stay here. Don't move. That's the captain's command." With that, Sumu flew out. "Boss, I'll go with you." "Shut it. Whoever steps out, I'll kick from the team. To clear with 0 damage, I must fight alone. I'm counting on you." The destroyer god Apophis was no ordinary boss. He was a level 100 alien overlord. Though severely injured now, he dealt true damage, was immune to control, and couldn't be knocked back. His creed was conquest and destruction. Tingshu as Shasha stared at the panel, stunned. Attack 28,000. HP 5,000,000, defense 5,000. Code 13's arrogance died instantly. "Are you kidding me? I'm level 7. What kind of newbie dungeon has a level 100 boss? We're not even qualified to scratch him." Tingshu Awaner said, "No, look, he's under a severe injury debuff. Because of the Earth Black Dragon's final blow, Apophis stats are reduced by 90% for 30 minutes. Code 13 finally breathed out. "Ha. Then that scary panel is fake. His actual attack is only 280, HP 500k, defense." Tingshu as Shasha snapped. "Hey, that's still super strong, okay." Then Tingshu Awaner added, "Look at his other state, true damage 100%, and player pain perception fully simulated." Code 13 finally understood. Fighting Apophis wouldn't kill him for real, but the pain was 100%. Ugh, so that means Mu God fighting the boss alone is even more incredible. Apophis asked Sumu, human mage, "Why do I smell the scent of death on you?" Sumu replied, "You're asking me? Who should I ask? I want to know too. Why does that damn Reaper keep haunting me? Where are your foolish teammates? Come out and die. In my eyes, you humans are merely food." Sumu scoffed. "To beat you, I alone am enough." Apophis doubted Sumu's sanity. Weak, arrogant, and ignorant. Then he slashed down. Sumu assumed his battle stance. Destruction is humanity's final destiny. Apophis's strike shattered the ground. Sumu used Wind Shadow and began weaving through attacks. And since Apophis had no elemental resistance, Sumu's magic attack plus elemental damage was truly threatening. Apophis felt suffocated, helpless against the long-range kiting. "Human, why not face me head-on?" Hiding behind a boulder, Sumu retorted, "Fight you head-on? Are you insane? Look at your level, then look at mine. Only an idiot would run up to you." Before Apophis entered his next phase, Sumu used memories from his past life to kite him safely, attacking from hidden spots and slowly draining his HP. A burst of frost dance exploded on him. Apophis roared in anger, despicable, cunning human. Then he unleashed a massive area attack skill, Demon Blade Impact. Seeing this, Yushu Awaner and the others were sweating for Sumu. "Mu God, watch out. It's an AoE. Can he dodge it? If he gets hit, that's 100% pain." Meanwhile, a World Channel announcement popped up. Player Mu God's team is fighting the destroyer god Apophis in the ancient wood temple. Players were running while shouting in shock. "What? Fighting Apophis? That Mu God actually reached the final stage of the ancient wood temple. We can't even beat the first boss, and he's on the 4th stage. Is this some kind of international joke? This is insane. The first to trigger Tree God's Revenge, Xia Nation. The first to complete it, Xia Nation. The first global solo kill, Xia Nation. The first to reach stage 4 of the ancient wood temple, still Xia Nation. And it's all because of one man, Mu God. The commander of country, P completely lost it. He kicked the electronic screen. SHD. That Mu God again. This is humiliation. You useless trash. So many resources wasted on garbage. Alexia, mobilize all our personnel in Xia Nation. Have them enter the Azure Dragon server immediately. Find this mage called Mu God. Offer him a 50 million annual salary. Recruit him to our boss squad and our top research institute. Yes, Commander Kevin. A mere Xia Nation player will bow to our national might. Mugad, obediently serve country P. At the same time, other nations are doing the same. Recruit Mugad at all costs. Don't let anyone else get him. We offer 1 billion. We offer 100 Avenue actresses. Find him, or I'll turn all of you into soap. Back in the ancient Wood Temple battlefield, Apophis unleashed an AoE skill, forcing Su Mu into a direct confrontation. Although the skill dealt area damage, it actually had a no damage mechanic. The shockwave covering the ground wouldn't hit anything underwater. Boss, he's okay, right? How long is this skill gonna last? Shouldn't it be over already? Suddenly, Warner shouted, his HP bar. Look, Mugad's HP is still full. He's completely unharmed. And right then, Su Mu burst out of the water. Warner cheered. Mugad really dodged Demon Blade impact. After the big move, Apophis entered a stiff state. They had to deal as much damage as possible now. Another meteor fall rained down, lowering Apophis's HP by a lot. The heavy wound state has only lasted 5 minutes. Instead of despair, they finally saw hope. Apophis once again stabbed his giant sword into the ground. Su Mu was shocked. What? Why is Apophis using Demon Blade impact twice in a row? Scared out of his mind, he turned and jumped back into the water. Damn it, system, you bullying me? Raising the difficulty behind my back, Apophis had already followed, towering over Su Mu in the water. Foolish human, perish. Su Mu could only swim deeper. Inside the game pod, Su Mu felt extremely uncomfortable. He forced himself not to breathe. If he breathed now, his in-game character would drown and lose HP. His vow to no damage clear was just one step away. He absolutely couldn't fail here. Hold on, don't give up. The next second, he burst out of the water. That was close. Something different from my previous life showed up, almost wiped. But now he's holding the sword again, which means he can't cast Demon Blade impact. Su Mu returned to the ground and threw out a fireball. Ding! Flash effect triggered. Su Mu is overjoyed. The flash effect blinds the target for 5 seconds. During those 5 seconds, all physical attacks have 100% error. Human. Annoying, insignificant insect. Apophis swung his great sword wildly in blindness. Su Mu unleashed another round of bombardment. As soon as the 5 seconds ended, Su Mu dodged away from the front and continued kiting around him. Boss is insane. Mugad is seriously strong. I'm totally convinced. I really want to know how he dodged that terrifying shockwave. Warner also felt Su Mu was amazing. Will he stand at the peak of Apocalypse in the future? Apocalypse isn't just a game. The investment and planning from Xia Nation all show that the future belongs to Apocalypse. Then what role will I play in that future? Another meteor fire rain dropped, and Apophis's HP decreased rapidly. Boss is awesome. Finish Apophis, and I'll post it on the global channel. Tingxue Sha had also become a fangirl. Mugad, go. You're almost there. Mugad, push. Mugad, let's go. Foolish humans. Do you really think you can defeat me? I'll show you my final form. Despair, insects. Then Apophis began to cast his ultimate, world-ending thunderfire. The sky looked as if it had been torn apart. Water on the ground began to evaporate. Whoa, this final boss is way too insane. Damn, is this the legendary heavenly thunder and earthly fire? How do you dodge this? This damn thunder fire covers the whole map. Code 13 finally understood why Su Mu wouldn't let them step outside. Holy crap. So this is the reason boss didn't let us leave the light pillar. Tingxue Bunny was terrified. Where's Mugad? Where's he? Woo-woo, he has no pillar. We're doomed. Our black dragon protective pillar disappeared too. Look, Mugad's HP is still full. Code 13 looked confused, bug. Cheat. Tingxue Sha even suspected Su Mu had died and been teleported away. No, Mugad's name is still lit. He didn't die. He definitely dodged it. At this moment, the only intact ground left was the small patch under Apophis's feet. Ha! Tiny humans, daring to oppose an alien star race. How ridiculous. Boss, is he dead? Apophis said weakly, damn black dragon. If not for your fatal strike, I would not be in this wounded state. Right then, Su Mu's voice rang out. Haha, Apophis, you useless trash. You're already falling apart? A so-called Star-Lord? That's all you've got? This made the teammates cheer wildly. Boss is alive. He actually dodged that huge attack. How'd he do that? Even Apophis was stunned. You're completely unharmed? No, impossible. Sumu was standing right under Apophis's legs. Tingxue Bunny cried out under his groin. That spot didn't get hit by the thunder fire. Tingxue Shasha praised, insane. The most dangerous spot turned out to be the safest. Code 13 was full of admiration. Boss is boss. The spot is kind of pervy, but dodging perfectly is pure skill. The next second, Sumu summoned his spirit energy clone. Death God's hand, activate. All damage increased by 100%. The two of them unleashed a wild barrage on Apophis. As the last bit of HP vanished, the giant sword crashed to the ground. Humans, you understand nothing. We are the rulers. We are the true dominion. Rulers? Sumu let out a cold laugh. Rule your own world. What right do you have to invade ours? You're nothing. With that, he thrust his staff straight into Apophis. We will meet again. As Apophis collapsed, a blinding light burst across the sky. Golden radiance poured down, sweeping across the ruins, scattering the smoke, annihilating all invaders.